Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weeping and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rougher. Step up for the title and face your rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weeping and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the battle?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BVO Boxing. This is the year-end award ceremony where I bring up my awards for the different fighters of the year, man. I don't know what's going on. I guess my brother Free running late. But we do got the boxing historian, man, Marky Dan in the building. What's going on, Marky? How you feeling, man?
What's good, BVO? What's good, man? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. I'm doing good. How you feeling, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I can't complain. I'm just excited, man. I missed it. I actually fell asleep, but I see we got to see Inoue become a two-division champion, man. You know, joining Teofimo Lopez and
Ah,
Bud Crawford, man. That was just exciting win as well. What do you think about that
Teofimo
performance?
Lopez has never been undisputed in his entire career, but I mean, you asked me how I'm doing, BVO. I mean, the boys lost, the 49ers lost, Deontay Wilder lost, Anthony Joshua won, Inoue won, the Eagles won. This weekend, like it was perfect. Like I don't have no complaints. I got my Merry Christmas. It, I ain't got a motherfucking thing to say, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, dude. What I
Oh
tell you all that?
golly, man.
I'm gonna throw you off
Man.
here. You cuss again, bro. I'm about to
God
throw you off
damn,
here.
no.
I'm about to throw you off here, man. You don't know how to
I
talk.
man, BBO, bro.
But
But yeah, man. It's been a good Christmas for me thus far.
hey,
What'd you say?
my uncle say, man, I can't believe you kiss your mother with that mouth. Salute to my man CDK in the building, man. Says salute, brothers. I think, the thing is, again, we got, the boxing historian Marky Dan lying again. Teofimo Lopez was undisputed at 135. I don't know why he's lying.
The
We
mere
also,
fact, no. I'm a dead it right here. The mere fact that we even had a discussion of whether he is undisputed or not means that there was a dispute.
never
He
was a
was not
dispute.
undisputed.
The man who owns the belt said that he was the undisputed champion. But we're gonna leave that alone. Like
All
we said,
right. Yeah.
in a way, joined special company, man, Teofimo Lopez as well as Clarence Crawford as being two division champions. I just think it's exciting for him, man. What you think is next for him, man?
Well, he said that he's more than likely gonna stay at 122 through 2024. So more than likely he's gonna fight Luis Neri or MJ Akmadaliev in May.
Yeah,
Which I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty disappointing because I
yeah,
just think he would clean through those guys. I think he would knock all of them out pretty easy. I wanted to see him move up and fight maybe the winner of Luis Alberto Lopez and Espinoza, the dude that beat Robisi. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's more tantalizing to me.
I think the thing that you got to remember too, if from watching that fight on playback, anyway, was getting clipped by some very, very tough body shots and uppercuts. Salute to Tay Tay in the building. When you see, I had never seen Inoue getting buckled like that. I mean, so I think he might be at the limit of his weight because I mean, Naples man came in there. He came as a game opponent, and those uppercuts were just vicious, man. I mean, I had never
Yeah.
seen Inoue beat
He-
like that. I mean, he was getting beat to death, and it was kind of worrisome for a second. What did you think about that?
I don't think it was that bad, but I do give Tapales credit, man. I said that he would be stopped probably inside of three. I didn't really give him too much credit because I felt like MJ probably edged it against him, even though he
Mm-hmm.
did probably do enough to get a draw. I felt, but
Mm-hmm.
credit to him, bro. He came in. He was very awkward in southpaw style. Not only that, his shoulder roll was giving the Dewey a lot of problems where and Dewey could only really land punches from a straight angle against him. And he was
Yeah.
having problems landing punches from the long range, from mid range, and Tapales' jab.
Mm-hmm.
You could see it was snapping the Dewey's head back. Um, and he just showed a lot of grit, but bro, eventually, I mean, the monster gets you. I mean, he didn't even land. Did you see the knockout punch? He didn't even land it clean, and
No, he
he
just
was
got a piece of it.
hurt,
Yeah.
and he was out of it. He was
I mean,
out.
yeah, he was hurt bad. And, you know, the thing I could say about anyway is I am starting to hold it against him a little bit that he does not fight without home field advantage. So I really do want to see him travel, man. I want to see him get his coat, get his hat, and get his bag, and maybe come across the world and travel and fight somebody different, man. Because I think he's a great fighter, but to get the recognition that he deserves, man, he got to come up to 126, really. But I don't blame him for staying at 122 a little bit longer because you got to think the way Neapolis was hitting him, man. He get to 126, man. It could be bad. He said, "Why don't you put the ducker Tank Davis on the post? Same dude who's ducking smoke from Crawford." Well, if you think a little guy like Tank could beat Bud Crawford, man, you got to stop drinking all that eggnog, man, because your head's messed up. Um, there isn't a guy at 140, 147, or 154 that can beat. I would even say 160 that can beat Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is the best fighter in the world by far. It's almost like a Michael Jordan, LeBron type of gap where it's no one's close. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
He said, "Go
yeah.
ahead."
Well, let me respond to you. You said that it, you said that Inui needs to fight around the world in order to be viewed as a legit threat in your eyes. Say that to me again.
Basically, what I'm saying is to get the stardom that he wants, to get what he's looking to get, the recognition he needs, he has to come to America and fight on the big stage. What he's done is nothing short of sensational. But you know how it is, man. When you're a foreign fighter, that's one of the things about the foreign guys, um, whether it's Arturo Gotti, whether it's any of the guys that you think of offhand. I can't think of a guy offhand. Roberto Duran. When you are a guy from the world, you got to come. You got to come and fight.
Well,
Same
well,
thing
the
with
difference
Lomachenko.
is,
Go ahead.
well, my bad to cut you off. The difference is those guys came from third world countries. They came from war torn countries, and they
Hmm.
came to America for an opportunity. Inui is in Japan. He is the A side. He doesn't have to go anywhere. You understand me? That's why Fulton came over there because he got the biggest paycheck of his life fighting in Nui in his backyard. Japan is a
Yeah,
big country, dude,
yeah. It's a big country,
and
but
they
it's not.
invested
It's not
heavily in boxing.
the thing about Japan that you got to remember. There's not a lot of young people there. They have what they call a senior problem, where they got a lot of people over 50. So it's not a lot of young people that can get around anyway who's only 30 years old.
That's not
Rodriguez,
true.
that's a fact. That's a fact. He said, Grinch said, Fighter of the Year, Benavidez, Bivol, gotta be there. He said, I put Henny over Tank. He's been going against more high end opponents. But
That Benavidez, absolutely not. That's Caleb Plant and Demetrius Andrade. Stop it, bro.
yeah, those are not no fights, man. Fighter of the year, I'm gonna give out my first award. The fighter of the year on the female side has to be Amanda Serrano. Another brilliant year of boxing. You actually have my
Absolutely.
favorite fighter, Alicia Bungana, trying to duck her with the sweet "I want to fight Carissa" message now. So it's almost kind of crazy to see somebody still ducking Amanda Serrano. I mean, I think that's an easy win. Her and MVP Promotions have shown us nothing but greatness. They're looking them take all the big fights. Looking for 3 minute rounds. Amanda Serrano likes to punish people. Um, I know about what you said about Crawford said he willing to go down to fight Tank, but that's all talk. At the end of the day, Tank is not going to go to 147. He said it'll be the same dudes that was gassing up Boo Boo before the fight. Now Benavidez make him look easy. It don't matter. Um, if you
Ain't
talking
that?
about if you talking
Yeah,
about me, I pick Boo Boo to win, and he didn't win, so he just didn't win. But I don't know. I want to see Dave. I want to see Dave Benavidez fight Morrell. That's just me.
yeah. And listen, I give David Benavidez credit too because I picked Boo Boo as well. That's
Mhm.
still not a win that puts you on the perch of fighter of the year. Like,
No,
no. Like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah.
be honest.
He hasn't been. You know what's funny about Dimitri Bivol, man? He hasn't been that in a long time. And you say Morrell hasn't proved anything, but you know what? At the end of the day, he doesn't have to. And you say why you say that, BBO? Because at the end of the day, you know what your eyes see. If you believe in God and you believe God made your eyes, you telling me God's eyes are lying? You see that this kid could be the best fighter in the world. The talent's there, man. The foot movement, the defense, the power, the distance, the good eye for distance. I mean, at the end of the day, I
The
think
full
if you want to
package.
see Benavidez earn his chance at fighting a living legend in Canelo Alvarez, you would have to say he's got to fight Morrell. But he said he has to earn a fight. But I'm gonna go to my next award, the fighter of the year to me. This guy does not get enough credit, man. He came up a bunch of divisions, man. Legend after legend on his resume. But I'm going to give my fight of the year to Canelo born Ready Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez deserves to be fight of the year, in my opinion. Going there, beating up an undisputed champion and Jamel Charlo. I mean, I got to give him all the credit in the world. And I can't think of a man that's been more ducked than Canelo Alvarez. What you think, man?
Um, I, um, no, I completely disagree with you. Canelo, who has he fought this year? John Ryder and a 154 pounder who hadn't fought in like a year and a half. So yeah, that's gonna be a hard no for me.
Here we
But
go.
my fighter of the year is and it's pretty obvious, and I think he's probably the odds on favorite right now is the monster Inui. Um, it speaks for itself. Cleaned out, or excuse me, beat the two best guys in the weight class in under a year.
Hmm.
Became back to back undisputed in a year and some change. So yeah, I think that's pretty. Yeah, there's really no discussion to be had.
I mean, you can say that, but of course, my brother Marky Dan is definitely biased. So I guess you can say that, but end of the day, I'll say this, man. When you go in there against an undisputed champion and you beat him so bad he stopped wanting to fight you, what more can I say? There's nothing I can say about that. I mean, Canelo is the most hated fighter in boxing, and all he does is fight and
I
take tough
mean, yeah,
fights.
because he do stupid shit like bringing up
Hey, hey, hey,
150.
man. Hey,
Oh man, God, my bad.
come on,
Golly,
man. Respect the platform,
hold
my
on. Let me
brother.
take a. I'm gonna take a time out. My bad, bro.
What I say is this. What I say is this. That all I can think of is this, man. When you are talking about the best fighters, man, you got to really look at what they're doing in the ring. We can say what we want, man. We can say what we want, but you know what? At the end of the day, man, Canelo Alvarez is taking all the tough fights, man. Uh, salute to my man Grinch in the comments. So I think I hit the wrong button or something, brother. Um, but what I'll say is this: when you look at what you want to see in boxing, I could say for a fact I see a lot of what I want out of Canelo Alvarez. Is everything I want there? No, of course not. But you know what? He took a lot of big fights, and let's not play games like we were not excited to see Undisputed versus Undisputed. So I definitely was excited to see Undisputed versus Undisputed. So I'm not gonna play games like I wasn't. I really was. I was super excited to see Undisputed versus Undisputed. And I think, because of the stuff that Jamel pulled with that phone call and all the goofy stuff, we probably forget that, this guy's the real deal. He beat Jamel Charlo to a pulp. And for Canelo to do that so easy, and let's not forget when Canelo fought Caleb Plant, he knocked him out. So let's not forget who Canelo Alvarez has been to this sport, the greatest fighter since Floyd Joy Mayweather left. I can't say enough about Canelo as a man and as a fighter, man. He's just been everything you could ask for. I mean, it's just what you're looking for. What you think, man? Who's your fighter? You said your fighter of the year is anyway?
Yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, I think it really speaks for itself. BVO, with Canelo,
Mm-hmm.
listen, heavy is the head that wears the crown. It is what it is. People gonna hate on you when
Mm-hmm.
you're at the top. But not only that, I mean, he does stuff for people that hate on him. I mean, he fucking maneuvers fights. He ducks people, brings up 154 pounders. He's fighting Jaime Munguia next. He's talking about, oh, I'm the fucking king. I don't gotta fight David Benavidez. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Make
Hey,
the fight
bro, you
happen.
going crazy.
Oh my lord. Oh my god. My man.
Hey, you're
Well, yeah, make the fight happen. God, make the fight happen, Nello. That's all we want to see. I'm tired of hearing this talk.
I mean, he's the king, man, and that's the thing, man. I'll tell you this, man. I think that I'll say this, man. I'll say this. There is a reason why Canelo's hated, and it's because Canelo take all the tough fights. I mean, I don't know how many blacks he got to beat for people to say he don't fight black fighters. I mean, I don't know how many Hispanics he got to beat for them to say he don't beat Spanish guys. I mean, the man just get a lot of unnecessary hate, man, and it's unfortunate because the dude does everything you ask him to do. But I'll say this: going forward, I hope that Canelo does a better job of fighting guys that we want to see him in the ring against. We want to see him versus David Morrell. We want to see him versus Benavidez. And to be honest with you, even though he was robbed, I would love to see him against Bivol again because that was a travesty. That's one of the biggest travesties in boxing, the way they stole that greatness
You
from
don't
that kid
stop
Canelo.
playing, bro.
What are you talking about?
You don't stop playing. That was not a robbery.
It was 7-5 Canelo.
Are you out of your mind?
You got to be out of your mind to think that Canelo didn't win that fight. Are you crazy?
You would be generous to give Canelo 2 rounds of that fight.
Oh, okay. Okay. But
You're a
you
crazy
my
guy, BBL.
you my brother and I love you, man. So I'll let you go ahead and get away with that, man. But that's just blasphemous, man. That's like saying Muhammad Ali won only 1 or 2 rounds. It don't happen like that. They usually
I
win in the
mean, shoot,
rounds.
against Larry Holmes, he didn't win no rounds. That's basically what happened to Canelo. Got his ass
Um
whooped like Ali against Larry Holmes. Just sat on the rope and took a butt whooping.
Hey, I'll tell you this, man. The funny thing I love about my brother Marky Dan that he's so biased, he doesn't even hide it. He doesn't even hide it. He doesn't even hide that he's biased, that he don't want to see Canelo win or beat Canelo do his thing because he doesn't want to see a Spanish
I
guy do it.
don't. I want to see him lose. Fight Benavidez. Fight Morrell.
See, that's the thing. You the same guy. You the same guy. He said, I get in the chat and
I want
hear
to see him lose.
Canelo got robbed. Bivol, you can't make this stuff up. Salute to my man Dub. Merry Christmas, man. But like I said, my next award has to go to the best fight of the year. And I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to totally be honest, man. It wasn't the most action-packed fight, but it has to go to King Ryan, of course, who carried this fight versus Tank Davis. I mean, the King Ryan Tank Davis
Bro, can
build up.
you be serious, bro?
What are you talking about?
Hey, yo.
What are you talking about, man? You come
Hey,
on
bro.
here, you come on here
That's
laughing like
not
that, man.
for fight of the year. Stop playing,
No,
bro.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you why I said. Well, I'm gonna tell you why I picked that to be fight of the year. I
Okay, go
believe.
ahead. All right, all right.
I believe that fight set the stage for a lot of tough fights that we wanted. We wanted to see. We wanted to see Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford. We got that. I mean, we wanted to see. We didn't get this one, Dimitri Bivol versus Materbiev. I think the Errol Spence fight with Bud Crawford would have never happened without without the Tank and Ryan fight. I really don't. He said Bud and EJ was fight of the year. Well, I really can't say that was fight of the year because that was a one way show, and we literally seen EJ get beat to death. And when you see a guy, get the curls beat off of him, I mean, I don't know if that's fight of the year. It was one sided. I don't
I
think I gave
mean, we
Earl a
saw
round.
Ryan quit.
Uh, that's
I
that's
mean,
a
yeah.
that's a that's a pretty facetious that's a facetious point that you just made. I don't think you believe that. There's no way that he quit. At the end of the day, man, he had a broken rib, and hey, he couldn't continue. It happens, man. He said that's what happens to Ryan. Well, at the end of the day, we can say what we want, but we know that Ryan Garcia sold that fight. So it was a good fight. I'm glad that Ryan Garcia has shown to be the can man and fight anybody. He's about to fight the American Dream, Devin Haney. But who was your fight of the year, Marky?
Yeah, fight of the year. I think it's clearly Rafael Espinoza versus Robicio Ramirez. Just toe to toe action all the way through. Uh, Espinosa took an early lead, then Robici put him on his pockets. Looked like he
Mm-hmm.
knocked him out. Dude got up, and it was just an all out war. And then he came back and knocked down Robici.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that would be my fight of the year. Um, with the Ryan and Tank fight, it's not enough action. It's
No,
really
it
just
wasn't.
yeah, it's really just spurts of okay, Tank will land a big shot, then there was that one little flurry the Ryan kind of landed in the fifth round. And that's about it. Then he got knocked out. So nah.
Salute to my brother Free in the chat, man. You know how Free is, man. Hollywood Free. Salute to my man Boxer Scholar, man. Salute to
Was
my man
good, free.
AB. Hey, my man AB been missing in action, man. Salute to you, dog. But I gotta say this, man. Before I finish, I gotta give my Can Man award away. Now, when you say what's the Can Man is the guy who fights any and everybody. And you know what I'm gonna say? I gotta get that award to the most underrated fighter in boxing, maybe even in boxing history, Teofimo Lopez, man. I definitely got to get that to Teofimo Lopez. The kid has just shown you, time after time, he's like another version of Pretty Boy Floyd. He want to fight all the tough guys, wants all the big fights. And I could just say, you know what? I wish more boxers acted like Tio, man. So who's your Can Man of the Year, Free and Marky? Who'll be your Can Man of the Year?
I knew you was gonna say T.O. I knew you was gonna say T.O.
Nah, I thought he was gonna say Ryan Garcia.
You a goofball. I wouldn't say Ryan Garcia, but he had a case. He had a case. He is about to go in there against the American Dream, which would be crazy. So he's gonna go in there and probably he might stop him. So we're gonna see what happens. But go ahead.
Uh, the Can Man, it will fight any and everybody.
Hmm.
Uh, I ain't really see too much. I mean, if I have to give it, it's gonna be one of the prospects because most of these guys only fight once or twice a year. I mean, I
Right.
can't I, I can't say these guys is fighting any and everybody because I mean there's fights that we want to see be made and these guys are not making these fights and they have somewhat the opportunity of making these fights and they're not making these fights. So if I have to give it, it's gonna have to be one of the prospects and I'm just not giving that out to a prospect right now.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
Of course,
can man.
yeah, of course, my man Free would deny what I'm saying, and I see my man Bosco on the chat as well as
Uh,
AB. Go ahead.
well, if you had to give it to somebody, I mean, it would be Derek Chisora. I mean, that's just who he'd be for all time. Just give him the Can Man Award. Matter of fact, just name it the Derek Chisora Award.
That's a good
That man
idea.
fights.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. I give it to Big Bang Zane. I give it to Zane. If I'm gonna give it to anybody, I give it to Big
Uh,
Bang Zane.
He
yeah, he
did
did.
fight
He fought
Herkovich,
Joyce
yeah,
twice. Yeah.
yeah. He fought Herkovich and got robbed, and then fought Joyce twice. So he said Derek
No,
too.
but he fought Hergovich in 2022.
But no, I'm talking about I'm talking about in general about him being a camp, and he gets a case for it. Um, but I will say this: my next award, I gotta give it to Prospect of the Year. Um, you know what I was saying? It's got to be Camille Morton. He's definitely going to be my Prospect of the Year. I like what I see. Only thing that worries me is that he's a little bitty guy, and I'm worried that he's not going to do much past 126. Because he's such a little bitty guy. But we'll see. My man Foster Scholar said, "Who? Derek? Who?" He said the drawer had 2 fights. He did, and I would say my prospect of the year is definitely going to be Camille Moten. Either him or I would say I don't want to say Shushu because he's kind of moving up in the ranks. But what would you guys say? Who's your prospect of the year?
Um,
Uh,
I, go ahead, Marcus.
yeah, my prospect of the year, I say is Richard Torres. I just really
Good
like him.
choice. Good choice. Good
Yeah,
choice.
yeah, great, excellent young fighter. He's intelligent. He's a master at chess. Has a high ring IQ, good feet, fast hands, and just one punch knockout power. So I'm gonna like to see how he develops. Where he goes because they got some good fighters up at heavyweight over on the top rank side with Jabalov who knocked him out in the Olympics and Big Baby Anderson and them guys. So yeah, that's my prospect of the year.
My prospect of the year, it's like 1A, 1B. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give it my 1A. I would say Bruce Carrington, because this man fought what, 4 or 5 times this year. He's
hmm
he's 10-0, 6 knockouts. And if you look at his competition, he hasn't fought nobody with less than 10 fights already on their record. I think the only fight he fought that had 10 fights, or yeah, had 10 fights, was somebody early in his young career. Like, since he's been fighting the last 4 fights, those guys had 20 plus fights. So I give it to Bruce Carrington. My 1B will be, of course, is going to be Adula Mason. That man fought 5 times this year as well. So those guys are fighting constantly, and they making a name for themselves. And we saw, Bruce Carrington. We just saw him stop somebody that's never been stopped before. So that's why I give him the
hmm
prospect of the year.
That makes sense. And I gotta say, I don't know if David Benavidez counts as a I don't know if he counts as a prospect.
No,
Since my oh he don't. Okay, okay.
Now, anybody got over 20 fights, they're not a prospect.
I
no,
think
he's not a prospect.
he got 10 fights. That's why I was wondering. But my next category gotta be for promoter of the year, man. Hands down, I would say it has to go to my man Al Heyman. Al Heyman this year, I mean, heck of a run with Showtime. He spent all the budget up, gave us some of the biggest fights. But I would say I definitely want to give my promoter of the year to Al Heyman, and I want to give a special two out to a guy. We all know him from the Bay Area, man. Been convicted of some terrible things, but Bill Haney as well. I want to say um, Al Heyman and Bill Haney have done a tremendous job promoting this year. I definitely put them. I
Al
definitely
Heyman's
say they
not a
won.
promoter.
I'm about to say that Al Heyman's not a promoter. You
Yeah,
mean
I
Tom
know
Brown? You mean
Tom
Tom
Brown.
Brown?
Okay, we'll say Tom Brown for professional week. We'll say Tom Brown and Devin and Bill Haney to me have been the best promoters I've seen.
Um, I can't disagree. Tom Brown and PBC, they put on all the big fights this year, and Devin Haney, he's in talk for fighter of the year because of the fight that he had with Loma and the fight that he had with Regis. So I can't complain with neither one of those.
Yeah. What you think, Mark?
Yeah, I agree with Free and obviously you as well, BBO. I mean, they put on Ryan Garcia versus Tank, Earl versus Bud. They gave Fulton permission to go make the Inui fight. So, yeah, I feel like you would have to give Tom Brown and PBC promoter of the year.
Yeah, and another category that I want to give some love to, is my going to be the most unsung fighter, man. For me, the most unsung fighter is a guy who actually was knocked out, beat to death at 140, and then for him to come back and beat Udanis Ugas, I mean, beat the Cuban sandwiches out of him. I definitely got to give some love to my man Mario Barrios for definitely comeback fighter of the year. I think he just had a really great fight. I mean, he got rid of Virgil Hunter, which was great. The only person that could work with Virgil Hunter and be good to me was Andre Ward. So I was glad to see him dump on Hunter because he looked tremendous, man. But who you guys would say is your comeback / underrated fighter of the year?
Uh, my comeback fighter of the year will be Callum Smith because the way how he got beat to death by Canelo, and then he came back and he slept these two dudes. It's
Yeah,
crazy because when he moved up to 175, I mean, the
he
first
looks
dude,
different. Yeah.
yeah, the first dude he hit him and his head hit the floor and he had a seizure. Next dude he just sends him to the hospital. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna see how this Beterbiev fight look, but that's my comeback fighter of the year.
What about you,
Um,
Free?
I will have to comeback fighter of the year. Um, I can't argue with Mario Barrio, but if I had to give my own, I would say I would say Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia went in there with a guy who is a tough opponent, and he's also never been stopped. And
Hmm.
Ryan Garcia, after being stopped by Tank Davis, a lot of people question his heart, the way he was stopped by Tank Davis. That man
Hmm.
came back and stopped a guy who has never been stopped. So I would give it to Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, and I will have to agree with that. That's definitely a good choice as well. My man Boxing Scholar said best breakdown of the year. It will go to Boxing Scholar. No, you do that. You're Montel Williams. I give you best talk show host. Um, but I would say for me, my trainer of the year, it's a tough decision, but I would have to give it to Eddie Reynoso. I think Eddie Reynoso again has been terrific. To me, I think he's a modern day Eddie Futch. I mean, to see what he's done with his fighters, I mean, they go up and down divisions. I mean, again, like I spoke before, we seen Canelo get absolutely robbed, Boris Vibble, and you never heard Canelo complain. You never heard Eddie Reynoso complain. So, I got to give them guys a lot of credit because we all know that Bibble didn't win that fight. But
We all
hey,
don't know that.
the
We all don't
politics,
know that.
the politics that be say, hey, he said, I don't know. He said, "Never trust a man's opinion." Talking about boxing with a eagle helmet avatar.
Uh, Canelo got beat to death in that fight against Bivol.
Raw.
But
Um,
I would say Eddie Reynoso. So who would you go with, Free?
I'm a give my trainer of the year to a man that a lot of people didn't give him a lot of credit up until this year, as far as a good trainer. They said he was a decent trainer, but he was a product of having good fighters until this year. And then
Hmm.
we realized he's actually a good trainer. We heard the instructions that he was given in the corner, and he gave some good instructions. So I would have to give that to Bomac as trainer of the year.
That's a good
Um,
one.
so I would give it to Bomac.
I ask you this: will we consider Bomac a trainer of the year as even though he has a team with him? I don't think he's the main guy. That's why I was wondering, could we
I
count him?
mean, but still, he's the head guy.
Yeah, he's
I
the
can
head
see it
trainer.
too.
He's the one that was giving all the instructions when they in the corner. It's Bomac giving the instructions.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Who would you say, Marky?
Yeah, I would have to agree with Bomac.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's just that's just the best performance of the year, hands down.
And another award we got to give out is, on look at my paper. It's going to be most disappointing person of 2023. I have to give this to Dwight Howard. Um, I feel like Dwight Howard let us all down. I know he's not a boxer, but I really can say it broke my heart to see that stuff with Dwight Howard, man. It just, I got to give him, you know, worst person of the year award, man. Who
uh,
will be yours? Go ahead.
biggest disappointment.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty simple, and I'm gonna keep it boxing. Tyson Fury, very easy. He ducked the undisputed fight to fight Francis Ngannou, and then I mean he robbed Francis Ngannou. He basically lost, and in the process alienated his entire fan base. So yeah, he's the biggest disappointment. Just a huge screw up.
I mean, to say that about an
Big
undisputed
drunk.
champion is crazy, man. That's kind of crazy. I mean, he's undisputed champion. I don't
He's
know how you
not
can say that.
undisputed. He's not undisputed.
He lost in the ring. Oh, okay, okay. Go ahead, free.
That doesn't matter.
Go ahead, free. I don't know what happened to my man free. Free, you there? My man Dub Right Side said his big
We're probably
disappointment.
getting over you saying Dwight Howard or something.
My man Dub Right Side said P Diddy is his worst of the year. But you know what? Another person I want to bring up, honorable mention. He's not fight of the year, but he really had a
Hey,
great year.
what was the award for, BVO?
I was saying most disappointing fighter of the year. Most disappointing fighter.
Yeah, he said
I
he
have to
said
give I
Dwight
have to give
Howard, and I said Tyson Fury.
I have to give it to Jamel Charlo. Not only did he let everybody down with
Mm.
that performance against Canelo, but also outside of the ring, that with the whole situation with the female, I have to give that to Jamel Charlo, hands down.
Mm,
Yeah, I'd switch my pick. That's a great pick.
that really is. Um, I would say if we talking about in the ring, I would say Errol Spence. Errol Spence talked all that cash money, man down. People buying T-shirts, talking about they smoking on bud, they doing this, we Jamaican, and all this goofy stuff. And for him to go in there and get beat to death, I mean, he got beat like he did something wrong, and his grandma bought her belt out the church. I don't think I've ever seen a guy get beat like that in a long
But
time.
but
He got beat to death. Go ahead.
the difference between Jamel Charlo and Earl Spence is Earl Spence came to fight. Jamel Charlo, he didn't come to fight.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Nah, yeah. You could say yeah.
Because Derek
Right,
James,
however I want to say it. I mean, yeah, Earl he walked into the airplane propeller, whereas Charlo ran away from it.
yeah. But I'll say this: when I see people give DJ a hard time, I heard Derek James giving Jamel Charlo great advice, not good advice, great advice, and he wasn't listening. What do you say, Jay? What's wrong? Are you tired? Jay, what's wrong? What are you doing? So I'm gonna tell you this: Jamel Charlo really might have ruined his career, and if not his career, he's definitely ruined his reputation, probably to being unrepairable during his career because you don't have enough time to repair it. But to see what he did, outside the ring, I'm not going to bring that up. But he just seemed like a very despicable guy. So I gotta say that it's only fair. But I also gotta bring up an award. Who is the biggest duck of the year? And I would have to give that to David Benavidez, who has shown to be a true coward. He doesn't want the David Morrell fight. He's scared of Morrell. He won't say Morrell's name. His dad said his name, but the biggest duck / coward in boxing has to be David Benavidez, a Mexican monster. Go ahead. Who would you
Duck
guys
of the
say?
year. Hmm. Let me see.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm be right back.
Gotcha.
Yeah, good. Duncan Shakur Stevenson, easily.
Oh, that's a good pick. That's a
Yeah.
good pick.
I mean, the man sent you an offer. You
Right.
talked all this stuff about, oh, sign the contract, and you just were proven to be fake
Hmm.
and goofy. So yeah, he's duck of the year.
I think the funny thing about the whole Sugar Shakur thing is that I never forget him saying you a cop, I'm gonna embarrass you, all that stuff, man, and then ran from the man. But I will say this: the guy that he fought, De La Santo, was probably 10 times the fighter Regis Prograde was. So I mean, we could say
I
what we
mean,
want.
that's your opinion.
That's a fact.
No,
Um,
that's your opinion.
that's a fact.
No,
his
because
best win
Regis
was George
Prograis
Cepeda.
has been in this sport for over 10 years and
Who
has
was
a
he
high
beat?
knockout ratio.
Who was he beat?
Who's Del Santos beat?
Huh?
Who is Del Santos beat? Ah?
El Rayo,
Who the hell is El Rayo?
Jose Venezuela, the dude that just beat Chris Colbert
Man,
twice.
that dude is a nobody. Are you kidding me? You get stopped by Devin Haney.
Yeah, he's at
He
135. He
crazy?
probably would. He probably would. He's at 135. But another person too, I would say that don't get no love. I got an open panel if you want to pull up Dub or Boxing Scholar. Um, Another person who don't get no credit, man, I gotta say is David Morrell, man. I feel like he's being ducked, man, and I feel like no
Oh,
one wants to
what?
talk
What
about that.
about performance of the year?
Uh, Performance of the year for me, hands down, Terrence Crawford. To go in there and take his belt off like he did, that was he must have gave Errol 50 lashes, man. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was pretty bad.
Um, yeah, it's gonna be Inouye versus Fulton for me. You know, Inouye didn't make us wait 5 years for it. He fought Fulton in his prime. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Um,
Completely and
I
completely just whitewashed him.
And it's funny, people are so quick to forget how much of a monster Cool Boy was. I mean, MJ ran from him. I mean, we just seen so many fighters like end up losing trying to avoid Cool Boy. And to see Mosh in a way walk right towards the smoke, so to speak, it was kind of like refreshing. And I'll be honest, I was so disappointed to hear he wasn't going to 126, man. I don't know about you. I was super disappointed about that. What about you, man?
No, absolutely. And I said it. It's like why stay at 122 is like I mean maybe I understand why he wants to stay at 122 because it's easier, but it's like I want to see 126. I want to see him collect new belts and shit like that because this weight class is too easy. He's just gonna breeze through
Uh,
it.
I,
Everybody he fights is gonna be just a painful mismatch.
Yeah,
I try to tell y'all he wasn't ready for no daggone Tank Davis. That man is too small. He ain't ready for that. That man took some shots in that fight, and he was like, "Oh, this man right here can hit. If I move up to the next weight class, they're gonna be hitting harder than him." He
I
felt those
mean,
shots.
Yeah, yeah. That's what Tank Davis thinking. Yeah, if I move up to 140, yeah, man, them boys they're gonna be hitting a little bit too hard. I gotta stay down here at 135. This is my weight class.
it's funny with Tank. I ask you guys this. I would say Tank has been an absolute cancer to boxing. I think what we're seeing with him is despicable. To have the crown on your head and you won't take the best fights. I just never been so disgusted with a fighter in a very, very long time. I mean, Roy Jones didn't move like that. Floyd Joy Mayweather didn't move like that. Muhammad didn't move like that. Just to see him move like an absolute coward, it just I don't know,
Hey,
man. I
I
lost a
don't know. He
lot.
said
Oh
he said
wow,
it,
BBL.
Go ahead.
he said he got a big fight that he about to make an announcement soon. So I don't know. We got to see what this big fight is. We got to see.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna go as far as to call him a coward and all that stuff because he's stepping in the ring. But I don't know. We gonna see. I don't put any expectations on Tank. He's gonna do what he does. Yeah, I'm not getting upset about that shit no more.
Yeah, and see, fans like you make it easy for him to maneuver like he does because nobody's gonna hold him accountable for not
I
giving us the
mean, well,
best
what you
fight.
mean? He's already sold 1 million pay-per-view buys,
I
but
mean,
fighting nobody. He sold 400,000 pay-per-views fighting Rolly. How do you want me to hold him accountable? He's making money doing what he's doing.
what
So
I'm
what am I
saying is,
gonna do? Sit on the sidelines and hate on him? Do what
one
you're
thing,
doing. I'm just not gonna get upset about it.
No,
what I
you
go
have
ahead.
to understand what type of person you looking at. Like you got some fighters that want to be the best fighter in the sport. You got some fighters who want to make the most money. Tank Davis is the fighter that wants to make the most money. Now, if he take big fights and while he's making the money, then so be it. But
Hmm.
whatever fighter's going to give him the most money, that's what he's taking. He wants to make the most money. He ain't worried about being the best. He believes in himself that he's the best. So that's all he worried about. At the end of the day, until somebody beat him, I mean, ain't nothing you can say about him.
I mean, it's you know what I get what you're saying, free, but you a politician, and that's what they come to the role with the Punches podcast because I'm gonna give you the truth. The fact is this: the man is the biggest star in boxing, supposedly, right? And he hasn't in his whole career. He's almost 30 years old. He hasn't took on one big fight. He's only a one division champion at this point as well. So it's like at some point, I get what you mean,
You say
but
he's
if
a what?
Tank, he's a one division champion. I'm talking about
Use a
super
lie.
belts.
Use a lie.
Super belts. He only got a belt at
Oh my
130.
God, let's not have that argument.
So we'll let that go. We'll count the Mickey Mouse belts if you want. But my whole thing is this: the guy has all the skills in the world. We think. But there's a guy up there named Devin Haney, the American Dream. Why have we not seen the American Dream and Tank get it on at least twice by now? To me, it's a travesty because
I mean,
you know that Devin Haney wants that fight, but he hasn't
no.
got a chance to get it. It's sickening.
If Devin Haney wants that fight, is he going to come back down to 135? Because Tank is at 135. He's at
Uh,
135. So is he going to come back down? If Devin Haney said I'm not coming back down to Tank Davis, then he don't want the fight. If Tank Davis said okay, we can fight, but it's going to be at 135. That's where I'm at.
But Tank hasn't said that.
I know. I didn't say he did. I'm just saying if Tank say I'm at 135, this is where the fight is going to
Then
be at.
then
If
no,
Devin Haney
the
say,
fight won't happen because Dev said out his own mouth, I'm fighting that the fight is gonna shoot. The fight is gonna happen at 140, no catch weights, no rehydration clauses.
and
So
he can't make that call because he ain't the A side. He already said Tank Davis is the A side. So
then
he
the
can
fight
try
ain't
to
gonna happen.
right. He can try to negotiate for something, but he can't tell Tank Davis what to do. You want to fight with Tank Davis. Tank
not the
Davis
other
don't
way
have to fight
around.
Devin Haney. I mean
I'll
Devin
say
Haney
this.
don't have to fight Tank neither.
I'll say this. I'll say this. And see, that's the thing that always get me with my co-host free. The man just said they don't have to fight. That's BS. That's horrible. We want to see the best fight the best. I seen one of my favorite fighters, Roy Jones Jr., who we got to remember was a drug cheat. Before he cheated, he actually went in there and beat Bernard Hopkins, beat James Toney. And those are probably two of the best wins in the last 30 years of boxing. And
The
and
thing
Roy
is,
Jones got those because he wasn't scared. I remember Roy Jones would give his phone number on the air live. You got to get this. You got to go out there and go get it, man. You got to bring it to get it sometime. And I feel like Tank doesn't want to go get it, man.
the thing is, they was at the same weight class when they fought. Like I said, if Tank Davis say, look, I'm fighting at 135. If you want this fight, you got to come down to 135, or we got to fight at a catchweight. If Devin Haney ain't willing to do that, then it's not going to happen.
I mean, it won't happen because they're talking about the whole rehydration clause, which is crazy. I mean,
No,
I'm gonna just say
y'all,
this.
y'all, y'all say rehydration clause is crazy. So you saying Tank Davis is getting an advantage by doing a rehydration clause, right?
I would think so.
No, do you think he's getting an advantage by doing a rehydration clause?
I think so. If he was to get one, yes, I think he has
Okay,
an advantage.
so you
Over
think he's
Devin
getting an
Haney,
advantage?
yes.
You think he's getting a rehydration by him putting a rehydration clause in it? He's getting an advantage. Do you think Devin Haney is getting an advantage by blowing up to 165 on a guy that he even said is not a 135-pound fighter?
Well, we seen Rolly do it.
I mean, wait, hold on. Tank is a pretty big guy. Like people try to make him out like he's a little dude. Like in terms of his height, yes, but his frame. I mean, he gets pretty big, dude.
What's the biggest you see Tank Davis coming to ring at?
140.
No, he came in at 139.
Oh, you mean? Oh, yeah.
He never came in at
148.
Yeah, that was Fat Tank. He used to be like 160, 150. But pretty much Tank. I mean, I get what you're saying a little bit, Free, because Tank when he weighed in versus Barnes was 139. Actually, 130.
I don't care about
Man, but even then, I don't care if Tank is this transcendent fighter, and bro, like at this point, I don't even want to see the fight. I don't even care because it's gonna be some stupid stuff, and people are gonna make excuses for Devin Haney if he loses about the rehydration clause. I don't even care no more because that fight is so stupid.
I don't care about rehydration clause because everybody take a rehydration clause at some point in time in your career. They all do it. So for you to complain about it like it's never been done to you before is crazy because everybody goes through that at some point. You get a rehydration clause. If you fight for the IBF, there's a rehydration clause. Everybody goes through it.
Well, Dan said he ain't taking it.
If I was Dev, man, I wouldn't take no rehydration clause. It's crazy, man. And and that's the thing that made me sick talking to my brother Free, man, because he don't want to hold no fighters to nothing, bro. Like, come on, man.
No, he want Tank to have it's not even what D Free want. D Free is just telling you from Tank's perspective or from Tank's team's perspective or whatever. But I don't know, man. Tank, he want to have a cushy career. He want to have every advantage. It is what it is, bro.
I'm not saying he gets the advantage.
I want Devin Haney to fight.
About it. I'm not complaining about it because everybody goes through it.
I want Devin Haney to move on and fight T.O., Subriel, Subriel and Tias, all them guys. Move up, get beat by Bud Crawford or draw Boots Ennis.
You do realize if he fight Matias, he get a rehydration clause.
Yeah, 2 pounds.
He gets a rehydration clause if he fight Matias. That's why I said it doesn't make sense. Because if you fight Matias, you get a rehydration clause. He's the IBF champ.
I don't even know if the rehydration clause will be a sticking point.
If you're fighting for that belt, yes, it does.
Yeah, it's 10 pounds automatically.
No, I know. I'm saying for the Tank negotiations.
You're fighting for that belt, yes, it does.
He said if he fought for that belt. But I mean, Tank Davis at the end of the day, man, you think Roberto Duran wasn't smaller than Sugar or Ray Leonard? It just don't make no sense, man. Like the stuff people say is just crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, I'm starting to think Devin Haney is getting railroaded, man, because
Tank is a new age great. Everybody say he's the best, he's the champ, he's this and that. He's the new age great.
But he hasn't earned it.
He's just smoking mirrors, bro. He's not like Roberto Duran. He's not like Shane Mosley. Moving up from 145 to 147.
Go ahead.
I had to come up here and correct my brother D Free. If Devin and Subriel Matias fight, if they do fight, because Devin is the WBC champion, the 10-pound rehydration clause will not apply in that fight because there are multiple belts on the line. I just had to come correct you on that, my brother.
Not if Devin fight Ryan Garcia first.
Yes. What are you talking about?
He will be stripped because the WBC already said who his mandatory is. He will be stripped.
Well, more than likely, they're going to pay Sandor Martin
he'll only be stripped. He'll only be stripped if step aside money ain't paid, and because the quote unquote magnitude of the way Eddie Hearn think the Ryan Garcia fight gonna go, he said he ain't said it, but I'm sure he'll be willing to pay step aside money to make sure that belt is on the line. And I'm sure Mauricio Suleiman.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. It does matter. Yes, it does.
Listen. It does not matter if he's willing to pay step aside money. The fighter that he's trying to pay the money to got to be willing to take step aside money.
And if the step aside money is enough, then surely I'm sure that Sandor Martin will take that money.
You don't know. I say he's got to be willing.
Right.
If he's
What
not
you
willing to
mean?
take it,
Why wouldn't
no.
he take it?
If he
I mean,
because he won the fight for the
You
fight.
wouldn't take for
I
hold on.
gotta
You
come up with
wouldn't
all
take
these
free
crazy.
money to watch somebody else
Hold
get beat
on.
up,
Listen,
Why you gotta come up with all these
because
crazy
Ryan Garcia is
stipulations?
probably going to be in the millions.
listen what I'm saying. If he takes step aside money and Devin Haney fights Ryan Garcia, the next fight that he's going to is Matias next. So that means he will have to pay step aside money again. And that man is just sitting there waiting to get his shot. He's gonna
Hold
say
on.
no.
Wait,
I already took
how
I
do you
already
know that?
I
What's the
already
problem with that?
Wait, hold on.
You
listen.
think he care?
Wait a minute.
So
How do you know?
he
How do you
already
know
took
the
step
next fight is
aside.
gonna be
He
Matias?
already took step aside money. He already took it.
But
So
how do
he's
you
like,
know the
okay,
next fight after Ryan gonna be Matias?
But
because that's
hold on.
what they
Wait. Here's a more
that's what
important question. How do you know Sandor Martin's interest? How do you know that he's really that interested in becoming a champion or fighting Haney and not just picking up checks in the sport?
because he said he wants to fight for the title.
Well, I ain't heard him say that. All I know is if I
I know
got
you
free
didn't
money
hear him
coming
say
my
it.
way
I know
to
you didn't
watch
hear him say it.
somebody
That's
else
why you
take
said
some
what you
butt
said.
whoopings, I'm taking it.
I know you didn't hear him say that. That's why you said what you said. But he said he wants to fight for the championship.
Man, a million, half a million.
I don't know what happened to Doug Whiteside.
What are we talking about? We're talking about Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think the funny thing is that we missing in this whole conversation is we salute to my man Juan. I think we really got to be honest, man. This dude done showed us, man. He's a coward, man. Like Tank Davis really used to be one of my favorite fighters, but he won't fight nobody, man. And I gotta just say it. I mean, say what you want about Devin Haney, man. You know, Chris Brown looking like cornball. You know, private school kid. We just had my man Evan Tobin on the show, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. He gets no respect for me. Tank gets no respect for me. He's
and
a
see this.
punk, man.
This
He's a
is what
punk,
this
man.
is what's funny about it because what if Tank Davis? He said he got a big announcement coming. What if his big announcement is fighting T.O. or fighting Devin Haney and we just don't know nothing about it? Then
I'll
you're gonna
shut
be
right
right.
up. I'll shut
Yeah,
right up.
you're gonna be right back up here apologizing. That's why I said we can't make we can't make an assumption of something that's hasn't been made yet. I said once he says what his announcement is, who he's fighting, then we could judge him accordingly. Because I don't like apologizing for something that I did. So if I say something, it's because I got the facts to say it. I'm not gonna be sitting up here apologizing every 20 minutes because I done said something about this fighter that I was wrong about. No, I'm just gonna wait to see what happened, and then when the announcement is made, we can make our judgment at that time.
What you think
Coach,
about this boxing scholar? What you think
that's a
about all
good
this?
ass take Coach just gave. But I'm jumping out the window. Fuck no. People born round don't die square. This man is not gonna fight nobody. He gonna make a Taco Tuesday announcement. I'm willing to bet money on it. It's gonna be either Ryu, or a rematch with Isaac Cruz. That's what the fans been waiting for, and he gonna give us some bullshit. He gonna shit in the rapper and tell us it's a snicker. He gonna do what he always did, bro. So look. I was watching earlier, BVO. I don't know if you was trolling or not. Did you say Canelo was robbed against Bivol?
I was giving you my opinion, brother.
Yep.
My
Man was
opinion.
pro. No. You said
Oh
you said it
no.
was a fact. Actually, you said it was a fact, and everybody knows it. That's what you said, BDO.
Hot Rod. Salute to my brother Hot Rod. Love to you, my brother. Um, put in here Tank is
You
a
mean
scared
like
cat.
body parts? Like he robbed Canelo didn't get his body parts back.
No, well, I'll say this. If you look at who landed the harder punches, the most effective punches, the thing I could say is Bivol did not fully engage. He stayed on the outside most of the fight. He didn't really. Every time Canelo would wave the man, he kind of still would step back. I mean, you could give it to Bivol, but I still say I would say Canelo 7-5. That's just my opinion. That's just me.
So because Canelo can't cut the ring off, We gonna blame Bivol?
Well, at the end of the day, Bivol moved like a brother, man. And one thing that Canelo's always struggled against is athletes. So he wasn't gonna chase Bivol around. Bivol wanted somebody to chase him, like he was Crash Back Bandicoot. And
Bivol had Canelo on the ropes half the damn fight.
Yeah,
you missing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this:
was whooping
Canelo.
him.
This is the thing you missing. Canelo really I think he had his hand issues too. We forgetting about his hand being made. He had a lot of stuff going on, man. But then
That
he
don't
came
change
back.
the fact that he lost the fight by a lot.
He lost the fight by the only fight that he lost clearly was against Floyd. That's it. Every other fight he ever been in has been pretty close, man. But let me ask you
Okay,
this,
well,
Boxer Scholar, while I got you
all
here, man.
right.
Who's your fighter of the year, my brother? Who's your fighter of the year? And then I ask you, Dub. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know if the mother brothers heard me, but go ahead. What was you gonna say, Marky? Damn, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I heard you. I was waiting for my brother the scholar to answer.
Well, go ahead, Dub.
Go ahead, Dub.
Man, I think after the performance Monster put on last night, I don't think it's any question that he has to be fighter of the year. For him to and depending on how you want to consider the year, minus what he fought last year, I think the 13th or something, minus 13 days or something, the man that became undisputed in two divisions in almost a year. You know what I'm saying? A year and some change. So I think and then the way he beat Cool Boy, the way even last night, I thought he would get Tapales out of there a little quicker, but Tapales came with a good game plan. The man, he wasn't on monster level, but he did have some success, in the 7th, 8th round, changing angles. Well, not really changing angles, stepping to his right, utilizing the shoulder roll. But even with that going on, man, the body work that Monster was putting on him, man, it was just a masterful performance. And then the straights down the pipe from Monster was even the shot that knocked him out, that won the fight. I didn't even think it hit him clean. Like I thought he kind of caught him on the gloves a little bit, and it kind of slipped through there. But man, I think Monster got to be the fighter of the year.
Like my brother Free said, Monster got beat up pretty good too, man. The uppercuts. I think Monster might have reached his limit, unfortunately, already. And
That man didn't have a scratch on his face.
Yeah, you don't gotta have a scratch and not get hit. I mean, he was definitely.
You say he got beat up pretty badly. You say Regis got beat up pretty badly.
Well, okay,
Monster
I ain't
didn't
gonna
get
say
beat up.
He got beat up. He got beat up. How's that? Is that better?
No, he didn't get beat up. He got hit a couple times.
My man Juan said something I never thought I would ever
I
hear.
think he really lost a round.
I gave Tapales the 7th round. I gave him the 7th round. I thought Tapales did some good work.
I
thought the 5th was the most competitive round, bro. That's about it.
I never said Monster got beat up. I said Monster got hit with some big shots. I never said he got beat up. I said he got hit with some big
that's
shots.
BVO.
And also you're gonna get hit in boxing. Everybody get hit in boxing. Like that's
He said, man, Monster got beat to death.
I said like that.
Monster didn't get beat up. He got hit with some clean shots. And he got hit to the body one good time, and that man held on. He was like, "Oh no, you're not hitting me like that again."
Yeah, they're right. Yeah, and it wasn't even a liver shot either. That's what got me. I was like, damn. But
what my man Juan say, he said Devin Haney is his fighter of the year, which is a shock because usually Juan doesn't pick anybody that's not a Puerto Rican. So salute to my man Juan for saying that. He said Devin Haney went to another country twice and swept dude, fought basically Loma, then came up to came to the top 3 fighter at 140. You can say that, but man, Regis was a soft touch, man. So, I definitely can say Devin made a great case for the year, but Regis was a soft touch. We're not gonna put
no, Regis ain't no soft touch. So when Regis knocked out Ramirez,
Ramirez,
what was he a soft touch then?
I mean, who was Ramirez? Who did he beat?
God, this shit gonna continue on and on. When you name somebody, you gonna be, well, who did he beat? This shit is a rabbit hole, man. Y'all, this is crazy.
What I'm saying is this: you know for a fact if it was T.O. would have stopped it. How's that?
No, I don't know that for a fact. T.O. didn't stop. Did he stop Josh Taylor?
Josh Taylor's way bigger than T.O. and he almost did. He could have. He played with him,
but he didn't stop him. Okay, all right.
Did Tio stop Cambosis?
Here we go. Here we go.
Did he stop Sandor Martin?
Thank you.
No.
So
He
what
stopped
are you
Richard
talking
Comey.
about?
He stopped Richard Como though.
This man said Richard Comey. He said Comey. God damn. Comey.
Wasn't Richard Comey a champion? Am I tripping? Was he a champion?
Bro, this was that man. All right, BVO. All right.
He was a champion.
BVO, see the thing is,
I'm not arguing.
BVO
I'm not arguing this. I'm not arguing this.
BVO got Richard Comey better than Regis Prograis. That's the thing.
You don't think Comey can fight? Seriously, Dub. All jokes aside, you don't think Comey can fight?
Comey just moved up to 40 and he lost to who he lose to? I can't even remember who the hell he lost to. He just moved up to 40 and lost up to a C-level fighter at 40. What are we talking about?
I would agree. I would agree with my man Juan Santillo would have been my pick of the for it. He said, but the Campos fight really ain't so much of his talent. I mean, you mean the Martin fight? Okay, yeah, the Martin fight. I mean,
what about upset of the year?
Oh, upset of the year definitely got to be Deontay Wilder, man. I mean, for him to get the fried chicken beat out of him like that, it was just he's done. He's cooked. Salute to my brother Q, man. He's cooked, man. Put him in the oven. He's cooked.
I feel like I feel like you're saying him getting the fried chicken beat out of him is a racial comment, but I'm just gonna hold. I ain't gonna say nothing about that.
Well, you race baiting again, Free. I mean, Dub, that's what you do. You race bait.
Well, you just said Juan only picked Puerto Ricans, so I don't know what that is.
No, Juan does only pick Puerto Ricans.
Well, he just picked Devin, so he don't only pick Puerto Ricans.
First time I ever seen him do it. That's why I had to give him love. Usually Shakur, the Puerto Rican guy.
Shakur is okay. All right, never mind. I can't do this.
But hold on, my co-host is Puerto Rican. You got something against Puerto Ricans? I don't understand.
And you talking about race baiting?
I'm just telling you what it is, man. D Free's a Puerto Rican.
D Free, do you consider yourself a black man first or a Puerto Rican first?
Black.
And there you go right there, BVO.
Hey, Free just did that to be free. That's free, man.
Regardless of how you look at it, nigga, my whether my American ancestors or my Puerto Rican ancestors, they all came from Africa. So I consider myself black.
There you go. Hey, real quick, D Free, I just figured it out. You know who you look like?
Oh.
You like Smack White, man. You like Smack, bro.
This dude look cool. He do look like Smack. Hey, shout out to my man Smack.
When did Bivol and Canelo fight?
Last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
I've been out the ring with over a year.
I'm trying to think how many times did Canelo fight this year? He fought
twice. He fought twice this year. He fought on Mexican Independence Day, and then when he fought
Jamil.
Yeah. Oh no! Hold on. Who he fought? What? No, hold on. When he fought John Ryder?
He fought John Ryder a couple of months before he fought Jamil. It was
so that was Mexican Independence Day in May.
Yeah, he fought him like May. Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo, you mean?
Cinco de Mayo.
That's what I meant to say. Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. My apologies.
Yeah. In my opinion, would be fight of the year because he beat an undisputed champion for me. But I don't know. Some people say it don't count.
You got Canelo? You got Canelo as fight of the year?
For me, for being an undisputed champion.
Hell no. Beating a man that was 2 weight classes below you or 3 weight classes below you. No.
Hold on, Free. He was undisputed, dog. What are you talking about?
I don't care if he was undisputed. so if Canelo would have fought Monster anyway, you would have gave him fighter of the year.
Come on, dude.
He was a 2-time undisputed. You give him fighter of the year?
No, man. But I see what you're doing.
You can't be fighter of the year when you ducking fighters, bro. And this man is clearly ducking David Benavidez. So
yeah, and
you can't be fighter of the year when you ducking.
How is he ducking David Benavidez? David Benavidez won't fight Morrell.
He's fighting
David Benavidez. It's his WBC mandatory. It's the no. He's not the mandatory until the WBC orders it. So he's the number one contender for the WBC belt. You know what I'm saying? So
forget all that weight class talk. That's who the people want to see him fight, and it's clear that's who all the Mexicans want to see him fight. Make it happen.
That's what you just said about Tank Davis. Everybody wants to see him fight Devin Haney. He's ducking Devin Haney. That's what you just said.
Yeah,
So
see,
it
you
goes
can't
the
have
same
it
thing
both
for
ways.
Canelo.
See, you
It
can't
goes the
have it
same thing
both
for
You
ways.
Canelo.
can't have it both ways. What you mean?
I'm telling you, hey, I've been saying, I think if we get we get dang, the American Dream and we get Tank in the same ring, man, all the blacks will buy that. All the
No,
blacks will buy that fight.
you said that everybody wants to see Devin Haney versus Tank. Tank is ducking Devin Haney.
He
So
is.
everybody wants to see Canelo fight David Benavidez. That means Canelo is ducking David Benavidez.
My
That's what
prospect of
you said. Those are your words. That's your analogy.
the year was Camille Moulton was my prospect of the year. One. Um and my female fighter, I don't know if you missed that part. My female fighter year was Amanda Serrano. One of my favorite, actually my favorite fighter, Alicia Bumgarner, is actually ducking her so bad that she called out Clarissa Shields. So and
Now,
Alicia,
Bro,
I'm not saying that to be. If you listening, I'm not saying that to be a certain way. I'm just telling you that's what it looks like. It looks like you ducking Amanda
Everybody
Serrano.
at this point, the word duck, it don't even. I don't even know what it means no more because
oh, you know
everybody's
what
the
it means,
duck
right
these
side.
days.
Right
Say it
side, you
again.
know what it means. Look, first off, I gotta give women fight of the year. We gotta stop this, BVO. It gotta go to Shakur. We gotta give it to Shakur.
You go.
We
I can
gotta
go
do
that.
that, bro. We gotta start
I
off
I
with that.
agree. I agree 1,000,000%.
Woman
Absolutely.
fight of the
No,
year.
don't do my boy Shakur like that, man. Stop
Shakira
it! Don't do
Twitter.
it like
So look, I gotta give right
Shakira
side. Look, right side
Twitterson.
almost had a heart attack, bro. Did I hear you say that Inoue was fight of the year over Devin Haney?
that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Oh, goddamn,
that-
Elizabeth, it's the big one. You said that shit. God
I
damn.
can't. I mean, I understand people want to give it to Monster anyway. I can't give it to Monster anyway. Devin Haney beat Lomachenko, and then he turned around and beat Regis Prograis. And he did it in a fashion that people didn't think that Devin Haney was going to do it in. Like,
but
he
but
literally beat up Regis Prograis. He beat him up. He
I
dropped
agree with
Regis Prograis, and he rocked Regis Prograis.
I agree with that.
I can't even give Dev right now pound for pound probably number three. It's Butter or in a way. I don't even think it's close with any of the other guys. I agree with right side. I think him moving up in weight and just demolishing the lineal guys by knockouts and having two fights, like
Right.
two undisputed fights. Devin Haney ain't doing that, bro. Like the biggest Devin
What?
Haney fan in the world said Devin Haney ain't doing it like that. That should let you know something.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
keeping
mean,
it a buck, and I love Devin. You know how I ride with him, but at the same time, just being objective
No,
about
man. It's
the
a fact.
situation. What this man, what Monster Inouye has done this year, that was impressive to me. For you to move up, first off, you instead of and same way I give Devin credit for moving up fighting Regis, I give Monster the same credit, if not more, for moving up to fight or the the unified champion in the division in Cool Boy. And then for you to, I wanted to see MJ over Tapales. You know what I'm saying? I thought MJ won that fight against Tapales. That's just my opinion, but it is what it is. But then you taking on all challenges. You taking on all, and you grabbing all the belts. So I don't understand how we gonna. I can't hate on that, man.
I mean,
uh,
I'm not hating on him. I understand what a lot of people see. I'm just looking at the fact that, I mean, the man won't fight outside of Japan.
that's a fact.
He,
What did
he won't
Man,
fight
what that
outside of
got to do
Japan.
with
what?
anything, bro?
It
Boston
got a lot
Scott.
to do with it. It got
He
a lot
gotta
to do with it.
leave. He gotta leave. Am I wrong, Boston
No,
Scott? He gotta leave
Bro,
for
and
he's
like I
Japan.
left
said,
Japan multiple times. He's been to Scotland. He's been to LA, the Punch Bowl. Like, come on, bro.
The
who
That's just bias.
only reason he's staying in Japan is because first off, now I can understand some of these other fighters from their country, Japan. This is a what we would call a first world country, and so because of that and the bags that they getting over there, Cool Boy didn't go over there for no reason. He went over there because that was going to be the biggest opportunity for him to make the most money. That's why he went there. And so I don't understand how we going to say just because he ain't left the country this year, and he has left the country multiple times. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how we going to hold that against him.
No, that's
I
cap right
don't.
side. AJ brought his ass over here, and AJ making way more than fucking anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
The,
In the UK, for sure.
The last time AJ brought his ass
when have
over here, he
Monster
got
Inouye
put the. Matter of
when has
fact, he
Monster
quit.
Inouye come to the United States? 'Cause when they come across that pond, 9 times out of 10, they usually take a dirt nap. They usually take a dirt nap when they come across that pond.
They take a dirt nap.
When did Monster Inoue come to the United States and fight one of these guys in the United States?
He fought shoot.
He ain't fight nobody in the United States.
Hold on.
Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
He fought on the Chocolatito undercard, nigga. I remember that shit.
Where was it at?
The Punch Bowl.
Oh, when he fought Jason Maloney.
No, that's the second fight he had in the US. What's the name of the dude? Antonio Nieves. Yeah.
He said, I'm over here telling you he fought Vargas when he fought Maloney.
Yeah. He fought Antonio Nieves at the Punch Bowl.
At the end of the day, bro, those don't count. We're talking about top flight competition.
Okay, Andy Ruiz's big belly behind was not top combination when he put Anthony Joshua on his pockets.
He wasn't coming over here to fight Andy Ruiz. He was coming over here to fight Big Baby Miller. Big Baby Miller popped dirty.
That's
Andy
even
Ruiz
worse.
Was a step in.
That's even worse.
Big Baby Miller was higher on a ranking at the time when he was supposed to fight.
So you telling me 4-week stepping Cubs that beat bros? Man, I'm not even having this conversation with y'all no more. Y'all trolling.
That's how boxing goes, bro. Them are dangerous fights.
You telling me because this man hasn't fought in America, he should not be given Fighter of the Year. That is pure bias.
I didn't say that's why he shouldn't be given.
Nah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
I didn't say that's why he. I didn't say that.
I think it's a little suspicious, though. I think it's
somebody. Yeah, it was BVO.
I didn't agree that that's the reason why he shouldn't get Fighter of the Year. I said I give it to Devin Haney.
No. You know what? It was D-Free. You actually said that directly. Oh, he ain't fought out Japan. He ain't fought outside Japan yet.
I didn't say that is the reason why I'm not giving him Fighter of the Year. I didn't say that's the reason why I'm not giving Fighter of the Year. I said
D-Free.
Fighter of the Year.
Hey, Free, I thought that's what you said.
Well, at this current moment in time, with this man being,
then he tried to turn it on you, BVO.
He think he's slick, man. I didn't say none of that.
but at this time right now, at this time right now, with Monster Inoue being 1-2, however you want to have him, Bud Monster, I don't got no problem either way. With that man being where he ranked, that man can fight wherever the hell he want to, in my opinion. So I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Canelo at? Hold on. You said 1 and 2. Where's Canelo at, bro?
I got Canelo. Let me see.
5, 6.
Yeah. I ain't did my pound for pound, but I got. Let me see. It'll go Bud Monster, Devin, Bilbao. Yeah. Oh God. Tio. Okay. Never mind. We're not gonna do this, man.
No, Matt. I'm being serious because he beat Josh Taylor, who was the guy that beat Regis
Tio lost. Ain't no way he can be above Devin on the pound for pound, in my opinion. He lost to.
No, that's cap. That's cap, bro.
He got a loss. Oh, okay.
Now I'm capping. All right.
Yeah, it's cap. So look, Devin and Tio are the best out of their class. You know what I mean? In my opinion, they doing the most. In my opinion. And they winning. You know, Ryan taking the fights, but he's not winning the fights. You know what I mean? But so I can't give him that just for taking the fights. You know, Oscar De La Hoya had a lot of big fights, but he lost a ton of them motherfuckers also. So he's known for having a deep resume, but not winning the big fights. You know what I mean? Participation trophy type shit. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
Hold on, no, Oscar ain't had no. Dude, come on. Now that's crazy. Oscar beat a lot of people, dog. Stop.
He beat a lot of people. Also, Oscar also had mental lapses. But you finna make me tell the truth about Oscar. I know you favor him, so you sure you want to go there? You sure you want to ride this horse? You sure you want to ride this horse, bro?
I like how you did, Oscar. You think he's slick, man? That Montel Williams stuff don't work on me, man.
I'm just asking. Are you sure you want to ride this horse? I will tell the truth about Oscar. You might not never get an interview from that motherfucker. You sure you want to do this?
Go ahead. You know you about to cap it up. Go ahead.
All right. So Oscar's a guy who I've always thought doesn't play for the home team, if you know what I mean. You know, he got them Skittles in him. So I've always felt like Oscar has never been able to be himself around his dad. His dad pushed him in the boxing and pushed him really hard. So he kind of leaned towards his mom. And when his mom passed away, he felt like he couldn't really be himself. If you notice one thing that's consistent about Oscar De La Hoya, he will take the big fights, but he will have mental lapses in the fight. It don't matter how Oscar start off the fight, he gonna finish the same way with a mental lapse. He's up in the fight against Trinidad. What does he do? Circle, circle, side to side. Now I'm gonna teach you the cha-cha slide. He don't throw no punches. He's up. All he got to do is secure the victory. Then he blames it on the trainer, right? He said the trainer told me to do it and I listened to him. Okay, that's fine. He's in a Floyd Mayweather fight, right? Every time he throws a jab, bam, he's snapping Floyd's head back, right? Floyd is not an easy person to hit, but he's finding Floyd. You know what he says after the fight? They said, Oscar, you were hitting him with every jab you threw. What happened? Yeah, every jab I threw hit him and connected, but it just wasn't my night for the jab. Another mental lapse. Like Oscar De La Hoya is a person, he does the same thing in promotion that he did in fights. He has mental lapse. How the fuck do you lose Canelo Alvarez and potentially going to lose Ryan Garcia? He's the exact same person. Oscar De La Hoya, I don't know if it's self-sabotage, he don't feel worthy like he deserves it, but he sabotages himself. Now, he does have a steep resume, but Oscar De La Hoya, I feel like he could have got out from that shot with Bob Bernard Hopkins. I feel like he quit in that fight. Oh, I got some tough whiskers, but yeah, trust me, this was a really good hard body shot. Yeah, man, I got some tough whiskers. Trust me, I didn't quit. Wink, wink. Oscar De La Hoya he's a game quitter.
Hold on. This is the same man.
That's opinion. Well, I say that's opinion right there. The Bernard body shot thing. But go ahead.
Listen, this is the thing. He beat Pernell Whitaker, beat Chavez. I mean, I just
they robbed Pernell Whitaker in that fight. They robbed.
A lot of people thought he was robbed in that fight, and Pernell Whitaker was well past his prime when Oscar got to him, and so was Chavez.
He didn't look past his prime when he fought him. I don't know what you're talking about.
That right there shows you how good Oscar De La Hoya was. The fact that he was fighting an aging champion, and a lot of people thought the aging champion got robbed.
The best prime win on Oscar's resume is probably Fernando Vargas.
That's it, Fernando Vargas.
I mean, he was tough.
And his career, his peak didn't really go that long. Didn't really last that long.
But let me ask you this, Bosco. Did you not hear Floyd Joy Sr. say that Oscar won that fight against Floyd? I mean, a lot of people say.
I guess if Floyd Sr. said it got to be true.
Floyd was coaching the damn man. What you expect him to say?
I guess if Floyd Sr., who has invested interest, said it got to be true, man.
Yeah, it's amazing. All this stuff about the ex-con, Bill Haney, da. But now Floyd Sr.'s word is gold. Ain't that something amazing?
I want
to correct myself. Let me correct myself real quick. Floyd Sr. wasn't in Oscar corner for the Floyd fight, so.
No, he wasn't.
He was a paying customer.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah,
man asked for $2 million as a trainer. I said, damn.
Well, let me ask you this though, Bosco. I want to hear your honest opinion. So since you broke Oscar, I want you to break down Floyd, man. And you don't never talk about how he lost that Castillo fight, man. But break down Floyd the way he just broke down Oscar, man.
Floyd Mayweather is a great fighter. He's a great fighter. I think he has only trial syndrome. I think he's a guy that doesn't like to share the spotlight with anybody. If anybody gets a spotlight, he'll be envious because he was raised as a golden child. Like when I said this, they're like, man, Floyd got brothers and siblings, man. How he the only child? Bro, they clearly not familiar with his story, bro. He's the only child by his mom.
By his mom.
And he was raised by his grandma. That motherfucker, you go back and look. They got videos of Floyd when he 5 shadow boxed. He was the golden child, bro. I'm pretty sure he was Michael Jackson, bro. He ain't share the spotlight with none of them motherfuckers, bro. And he's like that as an adult. He cannot share the spotlight. Everything is about him. He's a really selfish guy. Hard guy to be around. That's why everybody that befriends him, like 50 Cent, they all leave. I remember watching an interview one time with what's that? Nate Jones. Is it Nate Jones? Nate Jones. And Nate Jones was like that Floyd gave him $60,000 and he was so grateful for it. I'm like, $60,000, bro. This man done made a B. He done hit a B in boxing, bro. And this man got $60,000. He got a $1 million watch, bro. And then when I was telling somebody, it's like, yeah, but Nate didn't really do that. If you go look at all of his training sessions, Nate he's not just a tag along. He was in the Olympics. He actually boxes. Like he will help come up with strategies. If you go look at the fight with Canelo, he's telling Floyd Sr. stuff to tell his son. He wasn't just in the corner. He wasn't just a tag along guy. So that's the guy. I mean, holding the body shield for you, taking body punches, and just there for you when
He,
you needed him. And so you
hey
give him
scholar,
$60,000.
hey scholar, look, he wasn't Leonard Ellerby. What you telling me, huh?
You wouldn't let him.
Hilarious. But yeah,
Hey,
I think Floyd is a good.
Leonard held hold his spit bucket and rub on his nipples, man. I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah, he was biting his lip and everything. He was like, "Yeah, I bet you Leonard got a raise for that shit." But yeah, man. So with Floyd, bro, I think he's great, but I think he'll get overrated in history because people never seen him lose, and people like to live vicariously through their fighters. And because they never seen him lose, they'll use him in arguments like he's the GOAT because I've never seen him lose and he's better than you. I seen him do it whenever he was fighting. The black people that didn't even watch boxing that came to school, they would just stun on everybody like, yeah, man, Floyd's never been beat. You know what I mean? And if he fighting Oscar, I guarantee he's gonna beat the shit out of Oscar. I bet you $100 he's gonna win. They like to live bragging rights to other people. So Floyd will tend to get overrated throughout history, but he is a great fighter. He's a great fighter.
Hey, like
no
Floyd would
Triple
say.
G fight, no Triple G or no Margarito fight don't hold that against it.
Wait a minute.
Bro,
Wait. First
Triple
off,
G wasn't in his weight class. How you hold it against a man for not fighting somebody that's weight classes above them? That's silly.
and then Margarita, the man was a cheater. First off, the man he a known cheater, and then he went and got beat. He got beat the fuck up by Shane Mosley, and Floyd fought Shane Mosley next. Like, what are you talking about?
See, BVO got a point on that. He should have fought Margarito, and he should have fought Paul Williams.
I agree with Paul. I agree with Paul Williams. But real quick, like Floyd would tell y'all, man, Floyd, he a hell of a fighter. You know, Floyd is a hell of a fighter. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, man, there are certain fights that we did want to see Floyd in, but the majority of the time, the man fought the best out there. Outside of Alberto, and there are a few names out there, but
he waited for Berto to lose. People forget that he didn't fight Berto when he was undefeated.
Man,
I agree.
I mean, Berto was his retirement fight. He didn't care about that dude.
He would have fucked Berto. Berto got fucked up by Guerrero.
Before that,
he got fucked up by Guerrero.
Before he lost, man, he did not fight him before he lost. And y'all talking about Paul Williams. I don't hold that one against him because that fight never came up. But
hold on, BVO, your audio messed up. You sound like you far away.
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, you good.
Okay, so y'all say, so I get what you're saying, Scholar, about maybe not Triple G, even though Triple G said he would come on 54, which Floyd was champion at 154 before. So all I'm saying is this: he at least should have fought Winky Wright and Margarito, man. You got to fight the guys around your age, man. You got to. Ali did that.
That's insane, bro. Mayweather fought Canelo at a catch weight, bro, and he invented his own weight, which is 152, bro. So expect him to fight Winky Wright, which is a dangerous fight. People in Winky's weight class didn't even want to fight Winky, and you think Floyd's supposed to go up there and fight him, and you gonna hold it against him because he didn't go up and fight? That's ludicrous, bro. Why it's ludicrous, BBL? Because you don't keep that same energy for Canelo. Because Benavidez is in his weight class and we want that fight for him, you're like, no, he ain't got to fight him. But that's somebody in his weight class. Like, it would be like me saying, okay, if Canelo don't go up and fight Better Beef, he ducking. Better Beef already said he'll meet him at a catch weight. Because everybody want a Canelo fight. Shit, you'll fight Canelo if they offer to you. So would you say that he's ducking? He's ducking because he won't go up and fight Better Beef?
Well, can I ask you this? Did we not see David Benavidez duck Better Beef when Mauricio
Can you answer the question first? Can you answer? Hold on, Doug. Can you answer the question? Answer the man's question first.
I'm answering the man's question after I say this.
Asking the question. Ask the question after you answer the question.
We seen David Benavidez duck with Turbiev already. At the end of the day, Canelo, I'll put it like this. If you want to be honest, the only thing I don't like that Canelo had ever done in his career was he kind of ducked Demetrius at 154. That's it. When did
David Benavidez duck Arthur?
When he lost his belt to scale, Mauricio Sulaiman made him the mandatory at 175.
That's a fact. That is a fact. That's a fact.
Was the offer to Arthur?
Yes, Arthur knew. Actually, Arthur knew about it.
No, he didn't.
No,
I don't know if he knew about it. I don't know if he knew.
You see how he didn't answer the question and change the subject? Now we talking about Better Beef and and Benavidez. I like how
What
you
was
And
the
did that
question?
with
What
this
was the
spin
question?
Scholar,
job.
What was the
this why we
question?
got to pin them down. We got to make sure they answer the question before they ask the
What's the
question because they're
what's
moving the
the
goalpost so fast. And
what,
why? Look, he's going to continue to move it. Watch it.
what's
He
the
about to
question?
ask
What's
something
the
else.
question? Well, no, what's the
Answer
question?
the
Now
question.
So
Answer the
I didn't hear
question.
the
so look, you hold it against Floyd Mayweather for not fighting a guy above his weight class, right? Do you hold it against Canelo for not fighting a guy that we all want to see him fight within his own weight class? Would you call him a duck, like you said Floyd's duck was Duck and Winky?
I would say he's a duck if the David Morrell wasn't out there. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because Canelo was made to fight Austin Trout after he beat Miguel Cotto by Floyd. He didn't want to fight Austin Trout. He was made to. So what I'm saying, and for Benavidez to get that fight, he got to fight Morrell. Then he gets to fight. That's fair. That's more than fair to say that. Because
According
I
to
know it's gonna happen.
Canelo Alvarez, these guys need to fight each other. They need to fight each other, right? And David Benavidez went and did exactly what Canelo said when he said these guys need to fight each other. He fought Caleb Plant, and then he went and fought the individual you just agreed that Canelo ducked in Boo Boo. So what's the
Well, that was many
hold
years.
up?
That was many years ago.
Oh, not all right. Here we go. Moving the
You know
goalpost.
how it is when it's their favorite fighter. They gonna
No,
make
no, it's not.
he turn it into fucking.
Moving the
He gonna
goalpost.
turn into Perry Mason. He gonna bring out all the evidence and the witnesses that he needs to back up that Canelo ain't ducking nobody, bro.
Well, I'll put
The
like
whole
this. I'll
thing
put like
is
this.
the
Go
whole
ahead.
thing is Canelo said out of his own mouth. Once those guys fight each other, the winner of those guys, I will fight.
And
David
David
Benavidez
Benavidez is the
is the
winner.
winner.
It don't even
But
make sense.
I'll say this. I think
Who did
I
John
think
Ryder
Canelo.
beat? Who did John Ryder beat to get a Canelo fight? Who did John Ryder beat to get a
Exactly.
Canelo?
Danny Jacobs.
He damn near lost that fight first off.
No,
But okay, how
he
did
beat
how,
Danny
how does
Jacobs.
Danny? Well,
Hold on.
wait a minute.
He beat
Hold on.
Danny
Let me
Jacobs
ask this
to
question.
become what?
Let me ask BVO this question since you said Danny Jacobs. Let me ask this question. Is Danny Jacobs a top guy at 68?
Actually, he beat
He beat
he beat what's his
Derevchenko.
name? Richard Parker.
That's a yes or no
Some,
question. Why y'all fishing for who he beat?
no, but hold
You
on.
see it? Boston
Wait,
Scholar,
hold
you
on.
see it. You see
John
it,
Ryder
Boston
was
Scholar.
actually the WBO mandatory for Canelo.
Well, let me do this. Let me answer the question.
Then what is
I'll
David
say this.
Benavidez?
Let me say this, Dr. Scholar. You know what? I'm
I
gonna
mean,
put my
blame the
boxing.
WBC, right
I'm
side.
gonna put my boxing beanie on and say
And
this.
I can agree with you on that, Marky.
I think that Canelo fighting Benavidez is starting to become a travesty. It's starting to become a duck if you don't fight him because it's been too long. We know he's gonna knock him out cold. I don't know what's holding him back.
No, we
So
don't know
I
that.
will
We
admit
don't
that.
know that. We don't know that.
We know he'll
I
knock
know
him
what's
out
holding them
cold.
back. We know what's holding them back. You know what? BVO. And this another thing you got to criticize along because I'm a Canelo fan, bro. But I'm a realist also, bro. Canelo Alvarez, bro. When he was trying to get the Bivol rematch, bro, he didn't want to risk all his belts. That showed me that he didn't really believe he could beat Bivol. Why don't you want to risk all your belts, bro? Like he want to fight him at his weight, so Bivol has something to risk, which is his belts, but he don't want to risk the belts that he have at 168, bro. That's ludicrous, bro. That showed me you don't really believe in yourself. So you want the rematch with me. I done already kicked your ass once, but you don't want me to get anything from it. So I gotta fight you for you to get your revenge, but I don't get anything from it. But another payday. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Canelo ducked that dude, bro.
I would agree with that.
The whole thing is BBO just put his own foot in his mouth because he said John Ryder beat Danny Jacobs to get the Canelo fight by becoming Canelo's mandatory, which means he earned the right to fight Canelo. So David Benavidez earned the right to fight Canelo because he's the interim champion who is in turn going to be the mandatory.
But and I ain't trying to defend nobody. Just being honest, like Marky said, because Mauricio, you only the mandatory once the WBC mandates the fight, and because the WBC drag their feet, they pick and choose who they want to mandate fights for, who they want to strip. Canelo should have been stripped, but that's a whole nother story. I blame Mauricio Suleiman and the WBC more than I do Canelo because that fight ain't been made. But at the same time, like y'all will tell me, Canelo can fight who he want to. So if he really think that he need to fight David Benavidez, he told us.
No, he can't fight who he wants to, Doug. He can't fight who he wants to. He's a champion. He got to fight who they tell him to.
This man about to fight Jaime Munguia. Who is Jaime Munguia?
Tough fight.
Hold on, wait a minute. What belt or what? How is Jaime? Is he a mandatory? How is Jaime Munguia getting this fight?
I honestly believe it's because of their friendship, and I'll be honest with you, I don't want to see
friendship.
I think that's why he's getting the fight, because they just like he gave it to what's it?
Hold on, wait. But you just told me. But you just said that Canelo don't fight who he want to because he the champion. He fight who they make him fight. That's what you just said.
He should. I'll be correct myself. He should fight who they ask him to fight, but he doesn't because he's a cash cow, and they allow him. So
he fight who he want to fight. He fight who he want to fight, and so off of what you just said, we all know. Ain't no way Jaime Munguia should get Jaime Munguia. What he been a champion of?
He's been interim champion a bunch of times at one.
Exactly. And I asked you said earlier tonight. You said Tank Davis is a one division champion. And because he got 2 Reggie belts according to you, 2 Mickey Mouse belts. That's what you said. 2 Mickey Mouse belts. I don't disagree with it. But what I will say is you're gonna sit here and say, well, because Jaime Munguia is the What's he the interim champ at 168? What belt? What sanctioned the body?
I'll say this. If you want
no, answer the question. No. Answer the question. Answer the question first, and then you can say whatever you want to.
Madlock, I don't think he had a belt. I don't think he had a belt.
Exactly. So how is he getting the fight over David Benavidez?
I think it's because for no matter what I thought you heard it earlier in the rumors that the fight for the Benavidez Boo Boo winner was gonna get September. So he's gonna fight him in September no matter what. He wanted to get a tune-up, which is okay. I mean, he just got done fighting the undisputed champion. He wanted to get a tune-up. It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
All right.
I'm not gonna make it.
Answer this question for me. Who fought last, David Benavidez or Canelo?
Benavidez.
Hold on, we're gonna jump on the black man now.
David Benavidez fought last. David Benavidez said he wants that fight with Canelo next. So if David Benavidez ain't worried about how much the layoff is going to be or how soon he got to fight, why are you worried about it for him?
I mean, I'll say this, Freak. I know you want to hear me say it. I think the Benavidez fight should happen. I don't know what's going on because we both know. And we both have said we can see him winning. I honestly tell you the truth. To be honest, I don't know what Canelo's doing at this point. These last 8 fights have just been puzzling. Like 1 minute he during the.
Then how was he the fighter of the year?
Wait. Let me finish.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
What I'm saying, no, it's not. Basically, what I'm saying is this:
fish in the barrel.
Listen. You know, BVO debates anybody. I go anywhere. I go to anybody's backyard. I'm like, wow, I go anywhere. But that's what I'll tell you. The thing that you're missing is this. I don't know. You don't know what the future holds. And if you look at a guy who just won undisputed, and let's not forget Jermell Charlo when people was pound for pound before him and Errol Spence fell off. So I thought Jermell would do better than he did, but I mean Canelo still had to go in there and beat him. And Canelo like his old self. And what does Canelo always say? Who you want to fight? I don't care. I don't effing care. Whoever it is, I don't care. So it's like at the end of the day, is David Benavidez making his star power good enough to fight him? I don't know.
So hold on, wait a minute. See, and this is the problem. Is this did John Ryder have the star power? Does Jaime Munguia have the star power? Y'all gotta stop this nonsense, man. Y'all gotta stop it.
He tried to slide that shit in so quick.
Did you hear that?
What I slide in there?
Marky, did you hear?
You talking about star power?
This is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
Listen.
It's ridiculous.
This is what I'll tell you. If David Benavidez was in there knocking people out, it might be different. He's going in there winning close fights.
Wait. Hold on. Did David Benavidez stop Caleb Plant? Yes or no?
No, he didn't stop Caleb Plant, but Canelo did.
Hold on, wait. Hold on.
Yeah, Canelo stopped him, beat him to death.
Hold on. Did he stop Boo Boo? Did he stop Boo Boo?
Boo Boo quit.
Oh, Boo Boo. Okay. Oh my God, this is ridiculous, man. This is crazy. First off, maybe I need to ask the question differently. Did
That's
Caleb
all.
Plant make it to the? Did he finish the fight? Did Caleb Plant finish the fight?
Yeah,
Versus
he
David,
did.
yes, he
He
did.
did. Yeah, he did.
Did Boo Boo Andrade did he finish the fight?
He quit on the stool.
Did he finish the fight?
He quit. No, he didn't finish.
So what are we talking about?
The fact is, Canelo went in there versus an undisputed champion, reigning undisputed
What they got?
champion monster,
That ain't what we
and beat
talking
him.
about.
Hold
He
up.
went in
more-
against he went in against an
What more
undisputed champion
what more can Canelo
who
do?
fought. He went in against an undisputed champion who fought 14 pounds, 2 weight classes below him. What are we talking about?
And he didn't stop Jamel. He didn't stop Jamel.
Jamel was trying to survive. He couldn't stop him. He kept burning.
Okay, Caleb
My
Plant was
God.
trying to
All
survive when
right.
he fought David Benavidez. Caleb Plant tried to survive.
But
And
what
that's
did
what he
I
Canelo
give
do
up.
to him?
I give up. I give up. I give up. I give up. I give up.
They both had fighters that they didn't stop. What point are you making?
The point is this: Canelo looked more spectacular in those fights. That's all I'm saying.
Against who?
Against Plant, he looked more spectacular. He looked way more
So
spectacular.
he was getting beat the first 6 rounds against Plant.
Yeah, but who knocked who out? I think Canelo had him on the ground, holding for air, huffing for air. But I'll say
No,
this: I'll say this. I get what y'all saying. We need to see David Benavidez versus Canelo. And I'm gonna ask you this, Dub, since you want to ask questions. How many pay-per-views would that sell? I ask you, Free and Marky, that all that in that order. How many pay-per-views will we get?
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know how to figure. I can't figure this pay-per-view thing out. That's not my specialty. I look at the fighter, so I can't tell you what it'll sell. Hold on. Let me. But this is the thing. As a true fight fan, I don't give a damn what it sells. I'm looking at the fighters, and these are the fights we want to see. Every great fight that I think is a great fight, it may not sell what I think it should sell. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I still think David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. I think it does better than Jaime Munguia and Canelo. I think it does better than John Ryder and Canelo. So I mean, if it's doing better than any of those fights, I don't see what the problem is.
What was the pay-per-view numbers on the Jamel and Canelo?
No one knows.
700,000.
No one knows. No one knows.
What was the report that came out of the numbers?
It was 700,000, 650 to 700.
650 and 700.
Yeah, Canelo's kind of been declining a little bit. His last 2 fights didn't sell $1 million.
Where did you get this information from?
I got that off Showtime Boxing. I play for this thing and give you it's supposedly all the promoters promote to it. It's an app that I pay for. I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently the promoters supposedly pay into this to let you know true numbers.
Send that information to me. Hold on.
David.
Send that information to me so I can subscribe and pay for the same app, so I know the numbers as well.
I got you. Yep, I'll send it to you.
What was the numbers of Boo Boo and David?
What I seen was 45,000.
From the same website?
I seen 45,000 on that.
I said from the same website?
Yeah, from the same website, 45,000.
I heard it did 80K.
No, I heard around 50,000. I heard around 50,000.
Yeah, they said 45. But see, they what they do is they count when a customer buys it from the application or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? When you buy it from your TV and all that, they count all that. They don't do any box office. They just strictly count off who bought it.
But hold on, as true, I look at all y'all, and the reason I like to rock it, I like to talk boxing with y'all because I look at y'all as true fans, knowledgeable individuals. Break it down for me. I don't think I'm gonna give my opinion, and I want to hear y'all response to this. They're only outside of Tank, outside of Errol Spence, outside of Canelo Alvarez, and then the heavyweights. That's a little different. That's a different scene. I always say the heavyweights.
AJ's a monster.
No. Hold on. That's why I say the heavyweights are a different scene. I can't quantify the heavyweight shit. I don't understand. I can't understand none of that shit up there. Outside of that, the majority of individuals, if you on pay-per-view and you're not fighting one of those 3 guys, it seems like your pay-per-view numbers are gonna do low. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So my thing is as true boxing fans, why are we so worried about? Me personally, I'm not worried about pay-per-view numbers because it seems to be getting in the way of the fights that I want to see versus helping the fights I want to see. So I ain't trying to hear none of that. But the thing is, who does Canelo done fought? Done been on pay-per-view that done head on the pay-per-view. Who?
That did well.
No, not that did well in general. Outside of Floyd, of course. Outside of
Triple
Floyd.
G, Triple G,
And Triple G. And Triple G, he said
Triple G
again?
never did a pay per view outside of Canelo.
No,
Yeah,
we
he
talking
did.
about
He did.
Yeah.
David Lemieux.
I was gonna say David Lemieux.
Yeah, Lemieux. Yeah, that was pay per
That
view.
shit probably did horrible because I didn't even know
I
that.
don't
Yeah, it did
I don't know.
150K.
Yeah, it did. It actually
That's what
did
they
almost
say.
200. Yeah, it almost actually did almost 200.
That's what they tell me. I don't know how true it is. All I'm saying is we got to stop with these pay-per-view numbers because if you ain't one of the main guys, your pay-per-view numbers ain't gonna do big numbers. So why are we so focused on pay-per-view numbers versus niggas fighting the best? That's what I'm talking about. Is individual fighting the best. And so I think the pay-per-view numbers end up being a distraction, a red herring, whatever you want to call it.
The only thing that the
It's
pay
null
per
and
view
void.
numbers the only thing the pay per view numbers matter when it comes to these fights being made is who is the A side. That's the only reason why the pay per view numbers matter. Outside of that, the pay per view numbers shouldn't matter at all.
So shit. Ryan Garcia be the A side to Devin Haney.
Yeah,
Nope.
Um,
he sold
far
that
as
tank fight himself.
Hold on. Oh, D
if
free, go ahead.
if Ryan Garcia, if they all outside of just that Tank Davis fight, outside of just that fight, if Ryan box office numbers did better than Devin Haney's, then yeah.
He
But if
never
listen, if that's the only fight that his numbers was better than Devin Haney, then no.
he ain't never been on pay-per-view outside
I
of
don't care.
Tank.
I don't care about the pay per view. I said his box office numbers.
He
I
didn't
don't care about.
he didn't say
I said
he ain't what Devin sold at the Chase Center, he ain't never sold.
No, that's why I said outside of the pay-per-view number that he did with Tank Davis, his box office. Because if you add up both of Devin Haney's pay-per-view numbers, it doesn't equal to Tank Davis and Ryan. So
Agreed.
I'm looking past the pay-per-view numbers. They both did pay-per-view. Ryan's was better than Devin's, two combined. But then you look at the box office, what he did in the box office. If Devin's numbers is better than Ryan's outside of that one fight, then Devin is the A side.
Last point right here. Last point
Well,
on
let me bring
pay-per-view.
this up though. Let me
Okay.
bring this up. The thing that Devin has been doing, I didn't even notice until I read about this. Not at the Chase Center, but on those smaller venues, Devin was getting 80% of the door, which I didn't even know that. Like Devin, who is
Well,
that? Him and
the
Bill
man
Haney are
is
putting on a good show. Go ahead.
the man is his own boss. Shout out to the youngest promoter in the sport of boxing. Shout out to the youngest undisputed champion. You know what I'm saying? The man he doing it the right way. And outside, when you want to tell me he don't sell, cool. If that's what you want to hang your hat on, and that's why the fight shouldn't be made, it sounds like you making an excuse for your favorite fighter. But I ain't worried about any of that. What I'm telling you is make the damn fights, man. I just want to see these niggas get in the ring and fight each other. I understand there has to be financial gain for both sides, but at the same time, niggas are getting their biggest bag with Devin. Um,
That's a
Jojo
fact.
Diaz,
That's a fact.
Jojo Diaz got a bigger bag than Rolly. He got a bigger bag than what's
He
the
got
brother
a
name?
bigger he got a bigger guarantee. He ain't get a bigger bag. He got a bigger guarantee.
Well, you don't even know what the back end was for Rolly.
Yesterday he said $5 million.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, we'll give Rolly 5 million, and that's off the pay-per-view. What was since we want to talk about it, I don't even want to go that route. I don't want to go that route because it gets too convoluted.
They getting
Did I cut out?
getting bigger guarantees.
Now
Yeah.
you good.
And so all I'm saying is at the end of the day, if at this current moment in time, I don't know how much we can say because what did Hector Garcia, what did he, according to the same person who reported 50,000 for Devin and Regis, Rick Glacier. I don't know how much we can trust that man. Respectfully to him, respectfully, but I don't know how much we can trust him. I
That
don't know. I don't know.
that shit
But
was
he
a lie.
reported. But he hold on now. He reported 50,000
David
for the
White
Devin
came out and
Haney.
said he's a liar today.
Hold on.
He
But he
did.
reported he reported 50,000 for Devin. But he also reported 60,000 for Tank Hector Garcia. So I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what these
Devin,
numbers are. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
Because it's public.
I don't listen to Rick Glacier. I don't listen
Okay.
to Rick Glacier. Because Rick
Well,
Glacier, he lied about how he get his numbers. First he said people email him of all the people that bought the pay-per-views, they email him, he do a survey,
that's
they
no,
email
no,
him,
no. That's not
and
true.
then he turned around and said he got somebody that's in the net that deals with network, and they tell him what the pay-per-view numbers are. I don't believe that nigga. I don't believe nothing he say.
Well, he the one who came out with the 50,000 for Devin, and everybody jumped on that.
I didn't listen to what Rick Glacier said. I don't know what Devin pay-per-view number was. I
I
didn't
don't
Yeah,
hear
need.
what his number
I
was.
don't
yeah.
need.
That dude, you could tell he just spins tails just to get views or whatever, or just to get attention.
Right. I didn't.
I remember what he said. Floyd ducked some dude named Paul Spadafora. That they came to him with a $20 million offer in 2000 to make the fight happen. That dude, nah, like I don't listen to nothing he has to say. He's a fucking troll to me.
Yeah, I don't listen to Rick Glacier because
Hey,
when
Rick,
he
we still
when
want
he
you on the
said
show, though. We still want you on the show, Rick. I'll say that. We will still want you on the show.
when he said Tank Davis did 65,000, there was a report put out. I think the day later that said Tank Davis did close to 200,000 for the
It,
Hector
wa-
Garcia.
it was 250,000 actually.
Yeah, I thought it
250,000.
was 250.
Yeah, yeah.
200
The
sound low.
report came out the next day.
But and this is why I say I'm like, okay, so then when he come out and say Devin did 50,000, y'all agree with it.
Salute,
I
Dukes.
I
don't
didn't agree with
understand.
her because I want to hear what the Jones said the numbers was. The problem is the Jones very seldom come out with their numbers.
Showtime
That's
very seldom come out with their numbers.
well, Showtime very seldom come out with their numbers, but they have insiders that come out with the numbers, and they
Hold
say
on.
they say there's insiders that say what the numbers are projected to be according to what their reports are.
And the quote unquote same insiders came out with a projection that Devin was going to do somewhere between 200 or 150 to 250,000 pay per views at Regis. I don't know if that happened. I'm not saying it did happen. I'm just saying this is what the insiders came out with the projection to be. So I have no clue about these pay per view numbers. Hence the reason I try my best to stay away from them because
No, what
it's
I'm
so
saying
many different reports.
those was not Showtime insiders. Those was the Jones
All right.
insiders.
So what's the difference between the Zone insiders and Showtime insiders? What's the difference?
They work for different companies. You
No,
said it's
no,
the you said
but
it's the
they both
same
they
insiders.
both. No, no, I didn't say the same insiders.
You
I
did.
said
You
there were
did.
no.
You said
I
the
didn't
same
say the same.
insiders.
No,
You said the
no,
same
no,
insiders
no,
came
no.
out with Devin.
What I said was there were insiders. I didn't say
No,
the same.
you said the
Uh,
same insiders came out with Devin doing 150, 200,000. That's what you said.
all right. If I said that, then it is what it is. Or let me rephrase it the same way. What I'm saying is that like you just said, they're insiders for Showtime. They're insiders for Matchroom, the Zone. They're gonna push their product. They're gonna give you this information. This is why I stay away from pay per view numbers because I can't trust none of them. Everybody got something to gain from the numbers that they put out to some degree, and so I can't trust those numbers. Hence the reason I'm not trying. I'm not worried about numbers. I'm worried about the skills that I see in the ring and the fighters and who I think is the best from my from. And I know the eye test isn't always the best. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you. But at the same time, that's what I got to use because if we use these pay per view numbers, we ain't never gonna get no goddamn fights.
No, I don't use the numbers to make the fight. I'm just saying they use the numbers to say who the A side is. That's what they use the numbers as. Who's the A side? I didn't say I use those numbers to make the fight.
And why wouldn't you inflate your fighters' numbers to make them the A side?
It doesn't matter if they under the same promotion.
Ain't none of who. Okay, all
I
right. You
mean,
got
a fan wouldn't have an interest in doing that. A fighter or their team would have the interest in doing that, so they could get a bigger piece of the pie or whatever the hell. But yeah, I don't give a damn about stuff like that.
No, I was when you say ain't none of them under the same promotion. Canelo and David Benavidez is under the same promotion. They under
no,
they
no,
under
no, no, no.
And
I'm not
David
giving.
Morrell, and David Benavidez have the same manager.
yeah they got the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
manager. They definitely got the same manager. They got the same manager and the same promotional company.
Hey, real quick. That's one of the few individuals I see walking around with the taco meat still hanging out with the chains, bro. Hey, nigga got the taco meat and the chain hanging. A true '80s individual, man. A true '80s individual.
And he knocking out everybody. anybody got something to say about it? He knocking them out.
Hey, but you know the one thing I will say that's kind of sad though with Ryan is my man like that is right. That dude was doing the buy one get two tickets free at the fight. Because I don't know if you guys go to the fights, man. Some of these guys can't sell tickets, man. I get what you're saying, Dub. It be crazy because like they doing a fight in the Roxino up here in Cleveland. I mean, tickets ringside is like $50. I mean, it's hard to sell a fight, dude. I don't know why, but it's hard to sell some of these fights. But
Well, it's boxing. So we got to understand the boxing fan base that used to be the old boxing fan base versus today's boxing fan base is totally different. And so that's why you hear Leonard Ellaby come out and say something like, "Well, we can't give Devin what he want because this and this." What it really comes down to is individuals stealing fights. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the biggest problem in the sport of boxing is the pay-per-views now can be stolen. And I think you heard the Tyson Fury. Well, I ain't gonna say you. I heard, and I don't know how true this is, but they say that Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, that fight did damn near 18 million views,
yeah,
illegal
yeah,
streams. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
I, I
it's hard to say what it really is. It's hard to say.
I'm trying to figure out how they know how many people illegally stream it. How do they know who illegally streamed
I mean, they probably track anything. They probably track everything. I'll say this though. The thing that's kind of sad about boxing is, I'm gonna be real. Everybody that's on this panel, everybody that really likes boxing, got a job because boxing's not cheap. So that's the part that make me laugh about boxing fans, Dub and Free and Marky, is that people talk all this junk, but you can't be a broke guy and be a boxing fan. Am I wrong? Yes or no? You can't be broke and like boxing. So you pretty much dealing with middle class men or upper middle class men that like boxing, and it's like the money
If you
there.
Nah, if you got a phone and some Wi-Fi, you could be a boxing fan.
No, Marky, I'm trying to tell you, most boxing fans got a little cheese, man. It's not the sport is expensive to even like you said, even to get the Wi-Fi and still to fight, you got to have some money to pay for that stuff. Nothing about boxing is cheap or free, man. I mean,
uh,
that's the
uh,
thing
uh,
I'm saying.
if
Go ahead.
if you look at it against other sports, BVO is correct, and the reason he's correct is because you don't. The NBA ain't got pay-per-views. Outside of boxing and the UFC, ain't there ain't too many other. You name another sport, I can't think of one. They got pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying?
None of
So
them. None of them.
so it is a different lane. But the reason it's a different lane is because uh you don't have individuals supporting boxing the way that they support these other sports. You know what I'm saying? Soccer ain't never gonna have to be a pay-per-view sport because shit, any soccer or any major soccer event, shit, the gate itself is gonna outdo most boxing numbers. That's a
I, I,
fact.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons why boxing, the sport is slowly the willing. The fans are slowly going away. Is because of the fact that they put so many fights on pay per view. Back in the day, when they were showing these fights on free TV, we was getting a chance to know these fighters. And then when they came out with a pay per view fight, we already got a chance to see these fighters, and we know how good they are. And we're like, yeah, we're gonna pay to see this fight. This is a big fight. They wasn't putting every fight on pay-per-view. They was only putting the big fights on pay-per-view, like the undisputed fight or the unification title fight of two great champions. Those were the pay-per-view fights. Now they putting damn near everything on pay-per-view. That's why the fans are slowly going away.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let somebody else talk. I've been talking a lot. I really gotta say this, and I hate to say this about my Cleveland brother, but Al Heyman has slowly but surely been killing the sport with all these pay-per-views, overpaying fighters, so to speak. I mean, you got guys like David Benavidez, David Morrell act like they can't be on somebody's undercard. It's like, dude, who are you guys? At the end of the day, man, we get some of the weakest undercards in the world because think about it. Shakur Stevenson, a 3 division champion, right? He don't want to be an undercard. He think he's the main show. I would never ever spend none of my money to see no Sugar Shakur ever because he's the most boring fighter in boxing. But I mean, but think about it. Think about it though, for real, Mikey. He should be on
love
somebody's.
Shakur.
He should be somebody's co-main event, not necessarily a main event yet. The thing is, they don't bring these fighters along slow like they used to. They making so much money early on. Like when I heard Carissa Shields say she was on the floor, she made $300,000 at first after her first 6 fights. I mean, after her first 10 fights. And Floyd said, I didn't make that kind of money until like my 20th or 30th fight. And it's like these guys are even having to earn their way. And that's what kills the sport because these cards be so lopsided. I remember that Deontay Wilder, Robert Helenius card was garbage. It was garbage, man.
Garbage. Trash.
You had Caleb Plant fighting the overmatched Anthony Durrell. You had
put him in the dirt.
Knocked him out. I mean, and then Deontay Wilder knocked out Helenius, who got knocked out by Gerald Washington. People forget Gerald Washington was the first one. Was the first one to knock out Robert Helenius. So I mean, I love Al Heyman.
And then everybody took that and ran with it.
I can't put that on Al Heyman overpaying the fighters. He's not overpaying them. It's the fans that
was. No, in the early days of PBC, they were overpaying him.
He was overpaying them, D-Free.
But so was Eddie Hearn and DAZN when they got that billion. So I mean, it's like everybody had their own damage on the economic on the economic ecosystem.
You know who did?
Can I ask y'all a question? Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Because we do see the overpayment of fighters, and it's starting to see. Oh, we're starting to see. So now, the PBC they going over with Amazon. We got to see how that deal work out. How that's gonna look. I done heard certain things. I don't want to talk too much about that because I don't know what I'm gonna see over there yet. But I'm happy that we do have that. Because we got Saudi Arabia right now. We just seen them put on hell. When you got Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, Bivol, when you have these fighters, these are normally individual Jai Opalaya, these are normally individuals who are gonna headline their own cards, and you able to put them all on the same card. A bag was spent on that card. You know what I'm saying? The bag was spent.
For sure.
Do y'all think because we have a new player in the game like the Sheikh over there, Turkey, I think that's his name, Turkey. I think that's the Sheikh name over there. But because we see this, do y'all think that Saudi Arabia becomes an even bigger player in the sport of boxing?
I don't know. I don't know what the pay-per-view numbers was on that, but we thought.
Well, hold on, real quick, D-Free, real quick. The reason I bring it up is because I don't think the pay-per-view matters to them because they got so much money to blow that
they don't care to recoup.
We can kind of put big shit together regardless of what we lose because we got money anyway. We got our money alone over here.
Remember they built.
I understand that. No, what I was saying was I don't know what the pay-per-view numbers was. But when we heard this card was put together, we was excited for the card. But when that card happened, that fucking card was trash up until like the last 3 fights.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Well, it was trash.
Hergovich, no,
Hergovich was trash. They were pure knockouts.
He went in there and beat a waiter up. But let me say this.
Wait a minute. The brother, I don't know if y'all seen this, the fight of the night for me for that fight. was what's the brother name? Ajit, whatever the brother name was.
And the one that beat the up Russian dude.
When it put put and see, this is why I love those type of fights, is because he was the underdog, he was overmatched, and he went in there, he put boxing
So
skills
we thought.
on it. He well yeah, we thought it was, but he went in that ring and he put boxing skills on tremendously. He worked the body. He did what a lot of fighters would say. You know what I'm saying? What we always say: if you're gonna fight somebody bigger than you, you got to chop the tree down. And that's what that man went in there and did. And he did it in beautiful fashion. Especially, I was like, man, this nigga with the tick, bro. I don't even know his name, bro. Nigga with the tick, he gonna fuck around and clip this man and stop him. And then for him to go in there, work the body, and then stop that man in what, the 6th round, 7th round? Come on, man. We gotta give that man credit. We gotta give him credit.
But that
was my favorite. That was my favorite fight of the night. That was my favorite fight.
No, that card was trash. That card was trash. I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like, another first round stoppage, another first round stoppage, another first round. I was like, come on, man, this shit is trash.
You want to see unanimous decisions?
Well, I'll say this real quick, Monkey Dan. I think you got to remember, they build hotels that they know they're gonna lose money on. They built a aquarium hotel up there.
Yep.
With I think they got a killer whale in there. Can you imagine how many pounds of meat a doggone killer whale eat a day? And they got a doggone killer whale in there talking about.
Yep.
I mean, this is the seed of Ishmael. So these guys got money on top of money. So money's not even an issue with them. They like boxing because they want, as Marky said, really true. That's really true, and I read more about it. They're trying to change the atmosphere because all they do is unalive people. They beat tourists, they jail tourists, and they're trying to change their image. Because what they do over there in Saudi Arabia, they're despicable people, man. They're really despicable.
No, but not only that.
Wait, hold on, real quick, BVO. I'm not gonna say that they have a different understanding of life and culture than what the West has. It's just different. I ain't gonna say they're despicable people because I didn't grow up.
Don't say the Saudi people. Say the Saudi government. They're the ones who kidnap reporters and do stuff like that.
There we go. I don't want to put that on the people because I know some people. I know people from Iran. You know what I'm saying?
That's good people. I know what you mean.
I mean, they hella people. You know, like great people, and they speak against the Ayatollah over in Iran. So I don't want to denigrate an entire people off of what the upper echelon are doing.
Yeah, well, I'll say this. But going back to boxing, man. Yeah, BVO. I was talking about it the other day with T. What's his name? His Excellency, who was having a discussion.
Turkey.
His name is Turkey?
Yeah, that's his first name. His Excellency's first name, the one who put this show on, he's the Minister of Entertainment or some shit like that.
Yeah, Little Prince, yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
So they call him Your Excellency Turkey is his name.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, but they said that he's a boxing fanatic, basically just like us. So his interest is seeing the sport of boxing back in a good place. So the fact that we got a money man like this in the sport, it can't be nothing but good things forward. Because this dude, I mean, this is oil money. They don't have to report all their income. These niggas got trillions just buried away.
I mean, I think the thing that you're saying is very true, but and I want to clear what I was saying. I mean what the government is doing is wrong. You got a young sister out there who's screaming at a cab driver, whatever the case may be. She's been in jail almost 4 weeks. So I mean, they locking people up, Dub. They're locking up reporters, man.
You better when you go over there. This is one thing. A lot of my partners and stuff. Especially my older partners, they be talking about going to Dubai and stuff, and I'm like, hey, all I'm gonna tell you is if you go over there, make sure you understand their rules and regulations because the shit ain't the shit you do over here. If you go over there doing it, they gonna fuck you up, bro. Like they gonna have you, they gonna arrest your ass.
They're not playing.
But my thing is, it's a cultural difference, And so you got to understand that when you're over there, but at the same time, like you said, the man, the sheikh over there, the excellency, whatever they call that brother, Turkey, the man, he is a true. Well, he's a combat fan, and because of the way he loved the combat sports, this is why he's trying to bring boxing back. We seen they didn't want to make Bivol versus Beterbiev. That nigga said, "Hey, we'll make it over here." You know what I'm saying? These are the fights that we want to see as boxing fans. So I support it, but whatever they got going on as far as the government and all those type of things, I'm not gonna say I don't. I'll be honest. I don't support a lot of what they believe overall, but at the same time, who am I to say what an individual should believe? That ain't in my realm to tell anybody what they should believe. So it's a give and take. But if he giving me good boxing fights, then I'm gonna support you respectfully.
I mean, he actually was. This is a funny thing. He actually sent his representatives to. I don't quote me wrong on this, but I think Bibble works out in New Jersey, and he actually sent someone out there. They're going to make that Beterbiev Bibble fight. This is what I heard from behind the scenes, and I'm hearing that that's going to be sometime in the July August area, because I think Beterbiev has another fight in January, but they want to do it around August. They actually, because Beterbiev was something that's funny. I don't know if this should be true, but I heard Beterbiev is not a big boxing fan anyway. So only time he know about fights when he get a contract. But His Excellency is winning out of his way. He's going to make sure we get that undisputed for lightweight next year. So that's one good thing I have heard. So that's the good thing about him. He's going to get that fight done. Go ahead.
They said August BVO.
July, August.
All right, I'll take it. I ain't gonna
But
complain.
also the same man. He telling Devin, hey, if we can get Tank over here, we willing to pay Tank a bag. You know what I'm saying, to make the fight happen. And so at the end of the day,
both Muslim though, right?
Well, after what this past week, I want to hear what everybody gonna say. Everybody been telling me that Devin trying to follow Tank. Now all of a sudden it's Tank following Devin trying. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. But man, shout out to Tank for taking his shahada. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a Muslim, but anybody who come into their faith that type of way, I have no problem with it. All I'm saying is that if you got individual willing to pay the bag for the big fights, and that'll get the individuals in the ring, I'm gonna support it because I want to see the best fight the best. And clearly, he want to see the same thing I want to see. So, I may disagree with whatever they do in their country, they politics, those type of things, but that ain't what I'm looking at. I'm looking at boxing. And
you might be right on that, Dub. You know, he had, this is the funniest thing I heard about the guy over there in Saudi. He actually flew George Foreman's old behind from Houston to sign a couple of boxing gloves. So just imagine that if you got money just to bring a 70-some-year-old man over across the water, man, to sign some boxing gloves, you got FU money. So it's just that simple, man. And no matter what we do, what we say, that oil money never runs out. Again, that's the seed of Ishmael. So they're going to always have it. I mean, that's just what it is, man. And I'm not Muslim. I believe in somebody named Jesus Christ. But I think what they're doing is great. And I can't wait to see more big fights. And I'll be honest with you. I hope that the Beterbiev Bibble fight comes in August. I just hope that Beterbiev doesn't look any older, man, because I hate that it's taking so long, man, for this fight, man. But that's going to be great, man. And it's sad to say that Deontay Wilder, you know what? I think Deontay Wilder should retire. I want to ask y'all that. You think
Yeah,
Deontay
let's
Wilder
talk
should
about
retire?
that.
I think he should retire, man. What you guys think?
I'm glad this is something I wanted to talk about. Go ahead, Mark. Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me first off answer BVO's question. Should he retire? No. I want to see that AJ fight. That fight has to happen before they both retire. The undefeated aspect of it isn't as important because they both lost. So yeah, just make it happen. You know, no matter what you think about Wilder's last performance, we're all going to be on the edge of our seat watching that fight.
I'm not. If
Not?
first off, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I was on here before the fight happened. I told BVO, shit. No, I still want to see this fight. Regardless, I want to see this fight. And after what I seen from Wilder, I'm gonna be honest with you. First off, Malik Scott, possibly the worst trainer Deontay Wilder could have in his corner.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes, yeah.
Ain't no way you should be telling an individual like Deontay Wilder to utilize the ring the way we watch this man move around. I watched Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker now. Joseph Parker ain't no great, he ain't no huge puncher. He's not a huge puncher, especially at least in the heavyweight division. I watched this man utilize lateral movement for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And for Deontay Wilder to be effective, you know what I'm saying? This man need to be able to figure out a delivery system for his right hand, and that's it. The man can't respectfully to Deontay Wilder. I'm a Deontay Wilder fan. He ain't a top 5 fighter for me, but I like Deontay Wilder.
Mm-hmm.
The man ain't no way you can tell this man to utilize lateral movement when he never did it in his career, and his whole career has been based off of his right hand. So if I'm training you, I'm trying to show you different ways to put a delivery system together for you to land that right hand. That ain't what I seen in that fight, and because I didn't see it, Deontay Wilder want to say, "Well, I didn't throw enough punches. I wasn't aggressive." Well, shit, because you've been training against Robert Helenius. The only reason he knocked Robert Helenius out so quick because Robert Helenius was just walking forward blindly. You know what I'm saying? So even in that early in that fight, Deontay Wilder was on his bicycle, utilizing lateral. Man, I don't need Deontay Wilder to use no lateral movement. If he get knocked out, he get knocked out. That man need to be coming forward and sitting on his punches. Jab, right hand, hook to the body, right hand, jab, right hand. Man, that's all I need to see from you.
Yeah, I saw that coming, man. Right side, I could see the upset coming. Um, like I said, he been out for two. What? No, he been out for a year. Before that, he'd been in the ring for 2 minutes. Then been out for another year. Then before that, we see him get beaten. Yeah, by Tyson Fury. That's getting beat silly. So it's like which Wilder was supposed to show up in the ring. And then he's trying to implement this new style from Malik Scott, which has always been some bullshit to me. But
Yeah,
because he knocked out
Malik Scott was
Helenius in
never a great
2 minutes,
Fighter. Malik Scott
Never,
was never a great
ever,
fighter to
no,
anybody.
he took
never,
a
ever.
dive against
Anybody
he
who
took
ever
a
watched
dive
that
against
man,
Wilder. That's the only reason they brought him in. He's a yes man.
man, damn all that. Hey, this the problem though. This the thing right here. The thing is for Deontay Wilder to have any type of success, the man has to sit on his right hand continuously throughout the fight. He has to. That's all he got. And I'll be honest, the man can't box to save his life. The
You see when
man
he threw the
can't box
jab
to
and
save
froze.
his
No.
life.
You see when he was freezing Joe Joyce and not throwing the right hand with the jab. I was thinking, what the heck? What is
He
Joseph
wasn't.
going
Parker.
on? Oh, sorry, Joseph
He
Parker.
wasn't freezing. No, this is the see. This is the problem. He did even then. What they say? Feint the jab. You know what I'm saying? Double jab your way in and let your right hand go. Okay, that's a decent delivery system. That's a way to get your right hand off. The problem was the nigga started feinting and then he went back on the bicycle and started running around the ring and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, what is this? Ain't no way
He
the
don't look the
bronze
same.
bomber. He ain't got no chance to win a fight boxing. He has no chance. He not a boxer. It is what it is. The man ain't a boxer. The man can punch. That's what he got. And it done been able to get him through certain fights or through the majority of fights. I ain't gonna say certain. The majority of fights. At the same time, when you get up against Tyson Fury was able to absorb those punches, but Deontay Wilder wasn't moving around the ring like that. I don't think the other guys could absorb the punch if Deontay was sitting on this shit and really going and letting this shit go continuously. You know what I'm saying? Man, it should have been jab, right hand, jab, hook to the body, right hand. Everything should have ended with the right hand, bro. Everything should have been ending with the right hand, and that ain't what we seen in that motherfucker. Bro, I ain't no trainer, but I can go in there and give Deontay Wilder better instruction than
And
Malik
that,
Scott is. And it was embarrassing, man. It was embarrassing to watch that man dance around the ring. Allow Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker didn't chase him. Joseph Parker stood his ground in the center of the ring and just waited. And was like, all right, well, if you're gonna do this, then this gonna make this shit easy for me. Hey, I'm gonna go in there and throw an overhand right, and then back out. I'm going right back to the center of the ring. I'm gonna control the center and let you do whatever you're gonna do. It was embarrassing, man. That was one of the most embarrassing fights I've ever seen.
And you know the funny thing about it, man? Who told him to get Malik Scott? That was the dumbest thing I ever
Himself.
seen. I mean, and that's what happened when you let people control you, man, and you don't know how to be your own man. And I tell you what, the way Tyson Fury did Deontay Wilder that second fight, man, I honestly could say it broke him mentally. Because now all he's talking about, he's so blessed, he this, that. Man, shut up and fight.
Well, you do realize that Malik Scott has always been in his camp.
Yeah, he has, but I'm talking about not as the head guy. That's what I'm saying.
He's always been there. It's not somebody.
What's the nigga that threw the towel? What's his name?
Mark Breland.
Gold medalist Mark Breland.
You need to go get Mark Breland immediately and bring that man back to your corner, because whatever Malik Scott is doing, it ain't effective. It's ugly, and you're gonna continue if you're gonna keep boxing. If you're gonna keep boxing, you're gonna get your ass whooped doing all that lateral movement and shit. That ain't your game, bro. That's not your game. You ever seen? Hold on. It's almost like saying that Shaq should be out there on the perimeter trying to dribble. No, nigga, ain't no way I want Shaq out there motherfucker dribbling. I want this nigga in the post, drop stepping, dunking on your ass. That's what I want from Shaq. And but once I put Shaq out there on the perimeter, it negates all of what he does the best. It negates it, and that's what
a perfect example.
That's exactly what I see with Deontay Wilder right now. And I ain't gonna hold you. Either retire or change trainers. Because if you don't bring, I think if you don't, hey, Mark Breland tried to save your life by throwing the towel in. You was getting your ass whooped by Tyson Fury. It is what it is. I understand you want to go out on your shield. You a dog. I understand all that. But it is your corner. It's their job to protect their fighter. That's your job. You know what I'm saying? So I understand him standing up there wanting to throw the towel in, wanting to start the fight, and Deontay Wilder having a problem with it. But at the same time, you getting your ass whooped, bruh. You getting your ass whooped. And my thing is, can Deontay Wilder, can he take true criticism? You know what I'm saying? Because it's all good and well when you knocking motherfuckers out. It's all good and well then. But when you have adversity and your corner sees something and they see, okay, this dude is doing this and we not fit to win this fight, let's go ahead and stop the fight. That's beneficial to Deontay Wilder. That's beneficial to you to allow you to come back and fight another day. I just, man.
What I see, I question y'all eyes, because what I seen was a man that looked like he was 38 years old. Father Time has showed up. It has nothing to do with his boxing ability. It had nothing to do with the trainer. I saw a man that looked like he was 38 years old. Deontay Wilder has always relied on his athleticism and his power. He looks like he's 38 years old. That's
be free. Like. Be free. You know why let me tell you why that's capped. I'm gonna tell you why that's capped.
Because that's what I saw.
Okay. That's what you saw. Let me tell you why I didn't see it that way. The last thing or the last thing to go for heavyweights is what?
Your power. Your
power, right? The first thing to go is athleticism.
Right.
And so in this fight, so if me and you both can agree to that, right? Then what at 38 years old, what we looking from Deontay Wilder is for him to utilize his power. That's what we're looking for from him. We're not looking for him to go out and be a boxing magician. We're not looking for him to go out and utilize footwork. That ain't what we're looking for from Deontay Wilder. But that's what he tried to. And I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you get it out.
You were just talking for 20 minutes. He was trying to throw his power. His punch selection was off. His punch placement was off.
The man told you
it was off. It was off. He was missing by a mile. It was off.
The man told you himself that he didn't let his hands go. He told you that. I didn't say that.
Okay,
he said that.
Yeah. And he also said my timing was off and my daggone my punch placement was off.
I'm glad you just said that, D-Free. I'm glad you said that. And this goes into one of my other points. The PBC, y'all need to start putting y'all fighters in the ring on a regular basis because Errol Spence, after he got his ass whooped by Terrence Crawford, what's the first thing he said? Timing was off. Of course your timing off. You done been out the motherfucking ring for 16 months. Of course your timing is off. Niggas criticize Bud for fighting Avanesian. I'm one of those individuals. I criticized him for fighting Avanesian. But one thing that he did was made sure he sharpened himself for the or he had timing and experience uh, 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 for the Errol Spence fight. So when we talking about these things, I don't want man. I don't
That's not on
nigga.
PBC. That's not on
Huh?
PBC. That's
That
not on
is on
PBC.
PBC.
No,
If
it's
you not,
not.
if
No,
you
hold
only
up.
fighting
No,
one
no.
time a year,
Hold
if
up.
you
Hold
only
up.
fighting one time a year,
Listen. PBC,
oh
you
god,
forgot to report that PBC was trying to get him to fight with Keith Thurman. He said, "I'm not fighting nobody except for Bud." That's not on PBC. That's on Earl. That's
no,
on Earl.
no, that's on PBC, and the
That's
reason,
on
hold on,
Earl. PBC is a platform that he fights under. Earl Spence has his own promotional company. That was on Earl. They was trying to get him to fight Keith Thurman. He said, "I'm not fighting nobody except for Bud. I'm not fighting nobody except for Bud." That's what he said. They was trying to get him to fight. He wasn't trying to fight nobody but Bud. That's not on PBC. That's on Earl.
what I'm saying is it's the layoff. The man, if it ain't the Keith Thurman fight, okay, cool. You don't you done told us you're not gonna fight Thurman. Okay, we still need you to get in the ring before you get in the ring with Bud. We need you to make a fight happen so you can be the best EJ we see. You know what I'm saying? And when my and D Free, I'm not disagreeing with you. It is on Earl. I agree with you. At the same time, what I am saying is that when motherfuckers come out here and say my timing is off, of course your timing is off. You done been out the ring a fucking year. Your timing is gonna be off. So I just hate hearing that timing shit when you done set out for a year and then some. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. I'm not trying to hear no timing shit because that seems to be the excuse now when you done set out the ring and you ain't fighting on a consistent basis.
But that's not on the promotional company. That's on the fighter. The fighter is the one that signed the contract. If the fighter don't sign the contract to fight, the promotion company can't make him get in the ring. It's either you fight or you don't fight. And they say, "No, I'm not fighting," then that's on the fighter. That's not on the promotional company. They can line up fights all they want. We hear this all the time. Well, we had this fight he could have fought. He had this fight he could have fought. The fighter said, "No, I'm not fighting him." That's the fighter. That's not the promotional company.
Hey, is somebody asleep? Is somebody snoring? What is it?
I don't know if that sounds like BVO. I don't know if he's snoring or
But that
if he's
ain't me. That's Marky Dan.
oh, Mikey Dan might be asleep then.
That brother
Marky,
sleep.
you sleep? Marky, you sleep?
That nigga snoring like a mother.
I'm trying to figure out D Free. I'm trying to figure out what I'm hearing
I
right
thought
now.
it was BVO phone crackling. I ain't know.
No, he up there calling hogs, man. That brother sleep. He calling hogs, man. Let me get this brother out of here. I thought I was the only one that heard that. I was like, what is that? No, it's like somebody driving a car.
Yeah. No disrespect. That's my brother. But I was like, is somebody snoring on the damn caller? I don't know.
I was wondering why he was so quiet because he was like, "Yeah, let's talk about Deontay Wilder." Next thing I know, that nigga's out.
Snoring. You can hear him snoring in the background. Hey, on that note, man, we're going to come back tomorrow, man. We got a big interview, man. Hey, make sure you tune in, though. We got Raquel Miller, the pretty beast, coming through, man.
Shout
So
out
she
to
going to give
Raquel,
us an
man. Shout
interview,
out to her.
man. I never
Hey,
seen him fight. Go ahead.
real quick, BJ, I got to give you credit, man. I know what's it? Is it Elvin? Elvin?
Tobin?
Elvin?
Elvis.
Yeah. I seen the man was in the mall, but man, you fought through the interview. You made it happen, bro. Much love. Hey, I caught the interview, you know what I'm saying? I was able to
I
watch it.
appreciate
So,
that.
man, you did a hell of a job. You know, it was just one on one, but and even with him not being in the perfect situation, I was like, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I was thinking, I'm like, bro, so you know you got this interview coming and you in the fucking mall. Why are you in the mall right now when you know at least go to your car, bro? At least go to the car. You know what I'm saying?
Elvis was in the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And it's the
So
thing, right, Side?
unprofessional.
This is the thing. Me and him had been talking for a minute, so I was just shocked that he was so unprepared, man. But we made it happen, man. And shout out to my man Brian Glaze Gibbs, man, coming through, man. I don't know if I got a chance to see that interview with Brian Glaze Gibbs. That was a
Yeah,
good interview.
I saw that interview. I'm like,
I
this nigga
haven't
said
seen
he
it
wasn't
yet.
coming back until Wednesday. All of a sudden, I see BVO popped up. I'm like, maybe he just dropped the videos. I look, I'm like, this nigga doing the interview.
Man, BVO boxing, one of the hardest workers in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? He fighting through all the challenges that come his way, but he accepting them all, and he gonna make it happen, man. Shout out to you, BVO.
Hey, you know the
Yeah.
thing that was so crazy about that interview was the fact that my man, and salute to Mr. Gibbs, man. The man was hurting people, not hiring nothing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's scary, man.
Yeah.
He ran with a guy named I don't know if you ever heard of Fat Cat Nichols, the legendary Fat Cat Pappy Mason. That's
Yep.
what he was running with, man. So
Yeah.
to think he was doing all that damage, man, Dub and Free with no beers. I mean, that was just him sober minded, like taking people apart like a Lego set. So that was kind of rough, man.
Yeah. But y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. We got the pretty beast in here.
Oh yeah. Oh, and we supposed to be getting salute to my man, Mr. Gibbs. We supposed to be getting Sammy the Bull on here sometime next year. Sammy the Bull is coming to BVO Boxing, so that'll be
Sammy the
good,
Bull
man.
Gravano?
Yeah, Sammy the Bull.
Make sure
Hold on,
y'all
hold on. Wait a minute.
lock up all y'all pills and everything.
Hold on. You ain't talking about the real Sammy. No, who we talking
Sammy
about?
the Bull. Sammy the Bull.
Yeah, John Gotti's guy.
No, you got set.
John
Wait a
Gotti's
minute.
hitman.
Wait a
John
minute.
Gotti's hitman.
Hold up. Wait. You got Sammy the Bull coming in this motherfucker?
And we're supposed to be having Oscar in February, where D Freeze
Yeah,
gonna
we
be
got
apologizing.
Oscar coming in February.
Oscar who?
Oscar
De La Hoya.
We got a
Man,
face-to-face
Oscar De
interview.
La. Oh,
We're doing a face-to-face interview with him. A face-to-face interview.
amazing. Hey, well, if y'all doing, hey man, y'all doing great work, man. I'm gonna be the first to jump off. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and close it out, but y'all doing great work. Y'all providing the people with great information. You know what I'm saying? And man, y'all know I'm gonna support and show y'all love. I'm gonna disagree with y'all now. I'm gonna disagree like a motherfucker with y'all.
hey,
But at the same time, y'all doing a hell of a job. Y'all doing a hell of a job, man. Keep rocking, keep doing it, man. Keep putting that work in, and man, you ain't got nothing but love and support from me.
Hey, we trying to be the next big thing on YouTube. We trying to take over the airways. We trying to bring all these big interviews with these fighters that everybody want to hear from, these promoters that people want to hear from. We trying to bring them all.
Y'all gotta ask Sammy about how he was going out strong arming motherfuckers to take dives and shit respectfully.
you know,
But
and that's
take
why I
dives.
wanted to get him on there. You know, the crazy thing I learned from like doing this interview stuff is these fighters are nuts, man. You'll say something on the air, they want to hold you to what you said. So shout out to Bo, shout out to my man Bo's Ennis, man. These dudes want to hold you. Whatever you said, they want to hold you to it. They don't say nothing about my brother Free, but they want to hold it against me.
Cause Free don't be sitting up here capping. I tell him the facts. You can't argue the facts. I keep trying to tell you that. You can't argue the facts.
No, Free,
BVO man, BVO, I love you, man, but you do be capping, bro. You do be.
No, they do that because I'm black. That's why they do that, bro.
I'm black too. I'm black too.
I'm black too, nigga. I'm black too.
Well, I don't know. They don't do it against me, but
hey, man.
Only person who hold my blackness against me is BVO. That's the only person. That's the only person I know that held it against me. So.
What you mean?
BVO, the only person I know in this world that say I'm not black.
Hey, you Puerto Rican according to him, and that's a damn shame.
Hey, but you know what? Shout out to my man Dub. Shout out to my co-host D Free. You know, we one of the only black YouTube channels out here, man, giving you unbiased boxing, man. And that's what we do here, man. We want to give you, you know, the best people, man, best interviews. And again, unbiased, Asiatic black man style. You know how we do it, man. And we gone. Peace.
Peace.
see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weeping and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah.